Salutations everybody and welcome back to Tomes and Tales RPG. The Broken Fuhrer are on the road again as they leave a mess in their wake in the city of Hannenfreis and venture north via the east coast of Unerashroud. 4 days of travel saw the party beset by an urban legend known as the Bag Man. Why do you look so mad at me? Stop it.
Done diddly by the bag.
Done diddly by the Bag Man. You guys will get a transcript of that at some point. Attempting to draw Hugle into the endless void of his bag of holding, and then some mutated rock eaters the following day. But we return now to Grosswasser Bay as our party shape up to move out again on the next part of their adventure on tonight's episode of Tomes and Tales. Ooh!
Welcome to Tomes and Tales RPG.
And welcome back. So we awakened to the sound of water hitting the rocky shores of the bay, the rolling waves giving a primal rhythm that slowly brings you all to consciousness. So you've all had a full night's rest in your own beds, while not in your own homes. It's been better than the arrangement of that you currently have with the carriage and rotating shifts and all that sort of jazz there. You getting pat out? Got your little pat, dude? So let's go around to everyone and get the internal thoughts of our characters as they awaken on this day, which is Donospin, the 4th day of Keltermain. We are now officially halfway through the year.
Woo!
Getting into the tail end of the cold.
Christmas in July.
That's not how that works at all.
Well, it is where I'm from. At
More Skye notes.
Propodia.
Proposha.
Well, I came from there, so I think I'm
Okay. Let's go around to our 4 here and collected. Technically 6 if we're counting the 2 animals. What's everyone's process of thought when you wake up to the sound of like the crashing waves hitting? It's like very much like those British beaches where it's not sand, it's stone. So like it's really like it's pretty, but it's also quite rough on the ears. So let's go around to everyone and see what it sounds like for everybody. And what's everyone's process?
I'll kick off.
There we go.
Look, sleeping this close to the ocean, it's like sleeping that much closer to actual home. It's like, I could just hop on a boat and leave all these guys to deal with their shit. I could just do that. He opens the window. I'm not gonna do that, it's too far. But aside from that, it'd simply be a case of... It's going again?
No. Just keep going. We got no choice.
How bad is it?
Yeah, well, it's stopped now.
Look, guys, we're going to have weird pops, but this should be the last couple episodes because we're changing locations, so hopefully it fixes.
Forgive us.
I'm gonna burn this house to the ground.
Calm yourself. Still your mind. Retreat to your neutral place. I won't say happy.
Flame on! Anyway.
Purely a case of, okay, no, I'm not gonna abandon these people with whatever the hell is currently going on. I'll get my shit together. Pulls his heels on. I refuse to refer to them as boots, they're heels.
Oh yeah.
But he looks around for Dog. But Dog's obviously disappeared to go and annoy Hugle.
Naturally.
Aside from that, it'd be a case of, okay, I need to make sure that our cart's set to go, getting up and getting ready, going through the checklist of how the hell we're going to survive the next few days, going through what's going to be infinitely worse because there's a lot of dead things around. Aside from that, he's about to get up and get ready to go.
Cool. Who'd be next?
Well, if Dog's coming to wake Hugle.
Oh yeah. I think there's a very soft scratching at the door, like, and it gradually gets worse until at one point it's like a where he's dragging a nail through.
Hugle just covered in these, like, the tarps that are covered in flowers and like, floral arrangements that he's made overnight. He throws them aside and runs up. and sort of like prepares a spell because he's like, what the fuck's at my door? Oh. Good boy. Now, take these to your dad. Puts the flower tarps wrapped, like kind of wraps them around dog to go to dad.
It's a flowery ghost.
He tries to turn, but fumbles the bag because it drapes under his feet. So he does that bulldog thing where they lose traction on tiles. So he goes, and it hits the wall. You hear some dude like, no, the war's happening. He's like freaking out, and then dog bolts back into your room with like these like flowery blankets all over his body.
Close enough.
There's way more flowers than you expect.
Yeah.
You kind of want him to look like camouflage.
Yeah.
It looks like a hippie van.
Yeah.
You could pick some flowers out, probably.
Peace and
Close
love,
enough.
man. Peace and love.
And then Hugle will make his way downstairs and out to like the market.
Yeah, the fish market, all that sort of stuff.
And he's going to go looking for a fishing rod and as many fish as he can get for, you know, a decent pile of fish for food to take with.
We need an outfit change. I need to see Hugle in dungarees.
It's a matter of
And
time.
wellies.
Little court hat.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I am the fisherman. I am Tom Nook. Yeah, you can do that. It's definitely not hard to find them. I'm gonna say,
You can let me know at some point.
I'm just gonna say, if you want to get enough fish for like preserving and taking on a travel, that'd probably be like
But he doesn't need them preserved. As he picks up each fish, he's casting gentle repose on it. You give him 10 days for it to not rot.
Wow, thanks for cheating, Seb.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know why I try to win anymore.
I mean, even without that, we could just put it in like a box filled with salt.
We won't need to. These will be like they're freshly caught for the next 10 days.
It's just
I'm
going in the
gonna
bag.
treat them. I'm gonna treat them as like double the value of rations because it's a specialty item. So if you want to get, one full fish would cost you 10 silver pieces. If you want to get, for the next 7 days ish for a trip to try and cover any excess, I'd say you can spend 20 or 30. I'll put it up to you how much you want to spend. But 20 silver pieces will get you enough fish of...
Yeah, and then how much for a fishing rod?
Yeah, because you won't go fishing. We're going to catch up.
Is there a fishing rod in here?
Like real
I don't
adventurous.
know. I think there might be.
Let's have a look. So, Seb made this, and you have been using it heaps. There's a net.
That'll do.
Let's treat a net and a fishing rod as the same thing, because I don't think a fishing rod is actually a item, but 1 gold piece.
Beautiful.
And I'll say it basically allows you to throw a line out to like 60 feet, so you can get into like big bodies of water and stuff.
Yep. Goes down the beach and just starts fishing.
Roll. You know what? This will be survival. Roll survival. See how good you are at fishing, and see if the fish can smell your fear.
A 7 plus 6.
Yeah.
So 13.
Yeah, you walk out onto the huge gangways that go beyond the rock beach, like the stone beach, where all like some of the ships are docked. And you basically just pull up a crate next to like these 2 really burly, unsavory looking fucking fisherman type. And the shot is these 2 big guys smoking their pipes and then a little quaff of golden hair as you sit up on a box and as you start pulling the line in. And after about 50 minutes, so an hour into the morning, eventually you do get a bite and you end up pulling in like a big, I don't know what fucking fish you catch off the coast of the beach. Snapper!
Yeah.
Bit of barramundi.
Could you catch some salmon, please? I have
Another
a particular
fish.
palate.
Yeah, another mystical fish.
We've got enough fish for our journey.
There you go.
There is, by the way, basic fishing equipment on D&D Beyond.
It's not in the shop, so it doesn't count.
Hey, each shop. So
Yeah,
they
exactly.
can sell shit for as much
That
as they
really
want.
nice wood elf, that Midwestern wood elf, saying, "Are you doing a bit of fishing there in the morning? That there weather's really nice."
It's the crystal shop lady. She's following us.
2 different races. She just keeps changing her form. We'll
She
turn
is
to
the big bad.
We'll turn to our criminales. Who'd be next, and what's going through your minds as you wake up?
I feel like Zeph would kind of, when they finally open their eyes, there's a slight panic because they are unfamiliar with the place.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, all right, it's fine. Everything's all cool. Goes to feed Pat. Fuck you guys.
What? You can name him whatever you want.
So Pat's
I
full
refuse.
name is Possum Cat for you. Yeah.
Possum Cat.
Yeah.
Possum Cat the Albert.
Possum Cat the owlbear.
So it's Pat for short. But yeah, Zeph will try and coax Pat and feed him again and just kind of gain that trust again before opening up the window and just looking outside and just kind of like sitting there for a little bit and just, you know, sightseeing, I guess. Just looking
Watching
at,
the ocean. Yeah.
looking at it.
Roll your animal handling for the day. I think the DC was down to 15 by this point. So we'll go another hour.
That's 5, my lord.
A 5, my lord. You're slowly breaking him. Let's call it like this. For every time you try, the DC gets lower, but eventually there's going to be a point where it just succeeds. But he will take food from your hand, but he's still like, because he's like an adolescent, like he's kind of got that molting feathers going on, so he's growing into being bigger.
Yeah.
So he's still being like a little bit of like a teenager, like being a bit of a dork. So like you find he's like pulling the blankets off the bed, like you go to get up and you're like, oh, and you look out the window and you just hear this and like pushing against the floor, and you see this owlbear cub yanking the fucking blanket off the bed.
I'm just gonna let him do his thing. Clearly he's got something he needs to do. And Zeph's just gonna let him do his thing, and if any damages or whatnot happen, they'll just pay for it and just be like, I just have really long toenails. Because they don't know that this owlbear's in the room with Zeph.
Oh yeah, you smuggled it in the duffel bag, didn't
Yeah, I
you?
did.
Brother, my toenails.
Okay, so the owlbear tore up the blanket, and you're gonna lie and say that you did it.
Yep.
We'll see how that goes. Let's go to the mama bear, and what's Zero's morning routine looking like, and what's going through her head.
Well, I imagine she probably would have definitely been the first.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Probably would have still been dark when she woke up. Would have just been sitting on the edge of the bed looking out the window, some deep contemplation about what she came across yesterday, and then she'll go and awkwardly just stand by the inn's bar in the morning until it eventually opens up, so she can get like a, I don't want to like assume, but like, do they have coffee?
Everyone's got coffee.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
There would never be a D&D game I run that doesn't have coffee.
That'd be a
Excellent.
dark world.
It would be.
That's the real horror.
Yeah.
She'll probably grab herself a morning coffee, and she'll probably go just sit outside the inn quietly, and anybody of the party who exits, she'll just let them go about their morning. She won't interrupt them, and she'll just wait till everybody returns and is ready to move forward.
Well, Hugle would have crossed your path descending to go to the shop, to go to the fish market, and then get his fishing rod and all that sort of stuff. So eventually, at some point, you would have walked past and you would have seen Zero already up.
Morning, I'm going fishing.
Oh.
Just trods past you, doesn't even like look at you, just says it as he goes.
She just like, and continues her coffee.
A big mum cup.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Number 14, mum.
Yeah, number 14. World's okayest mum. Eventually, we'll say for the sake of time and all that sort of stuff, we'll bring the party back together as Hugle, you return from fishing. Zeph with a duffel bag that's moving of its own accord. You've got the duffel bag, and then you come down. Dog at this point will probably be hidden because he has to hide because he's a big fucking animal.
No, I sent him out the window.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's got.
Yeah, he can fly.
He doesn't though.
No.
You say go and wait outside, and he does the Scott Pilgrim where he just dives through the window, hits the dirt at full speed, and then just has a dirt bath and just waits.
I'm sorry if you got dirt in your coffee.
No, I'm around the front, you.
Yeah, they're not at the back where you're hiding.
Thank
But
God.
we'll bring the party together so you guys all link up. By this point, I'd say it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Pretty early start-ish, all things considered. But you all reconvene.
Like at the inn, or?
Yeah, at the end,
Yeah.
because everyone would have come down from their rooms. He was the only one that left and came back with a fish that's almost as big as him.
When I do come down, I'd probably go to the bar and get some like breakfast and stuff like that for everyone, just to have a last like good meal before we're on the road again.
20 copper pieces will do a breakfast for everybody.
Alrighty.
Banking.
2 silver.
Thank you, Seb.
Oh, we're getting mouth sounds in the microphone. Wow, ASMR.
Oh, no, yeah, what?
Imagine you hate that being there. Imagine being in my position.
Alrighty.
Unlucky for you.
Yeah, I know. How dare I? Wonderful.
Alright. So there'll be like, I feel like a copper pot, like some toast, like, you know, your bacon and fruits and all that sort of stuff. That'll eventually probably be brought over to the table and just be like,
Breakfast.
eat.
I mean, Zero's gonna eat in silence. I don't know what the rest of y'all are doing.
But how did you not break the rod?
It's a good rod. This cost me a gold piece. Look at it. It's just like...
You gotta put Zero's eye out. Be careful.
Look, I'm stronger than I look, okay?
Sure.
What is Hugle's strength?
Way too high. It's a 12, but yeah, it should
I
not
mean,
have
for what
been
he's
that,
doing,
but,
yeah.
It's stronger, you say.
He's stronger than me. I'm a neg 1, brother. Brother.
Yeah, I've also got a neg 1, but I'm like, psh, there ain't no way.
You just and you're like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
a bit more comes up than you're
How?
expecting. I carry a lot of shit on the road, okay?
But you
Builds
got a
up.
bag of holding.
I do
But
now.
There was a person in it.
I only cut that recently.
He's not doing the math for how a bag of holding works.
While you're eating, you're sitting there, you're eating over the table, you've got your cloak over the back of the chair, and you start feeling this like light, but it gradually becomes more aggressive tugging. And as you look down at your duffel bag, you see this fucking clawed paw, like reaching out and pulling at your pants.
Melon all over again.
Yeah, dude. And there's like a...
I'll sneak up some bacon and maybe some fruit as well. I don't know what owls eat. I don't know what
Owl
bears
bears,
eat.
yeah.
I don't
Owls
know.
and bears are carnivorous, so...
Yeah, there you go. It's
Oh,
bacon.
bears eat everything, don't they, actually?
They do eat everything. I think
Well,
they're omnivores.
Zeph doesn't know. So Zeph will be like, here's some bacon, here's like a strawberry or something, and it's just like, spits the strawberry back.
Yeah, it goes into the darkness of the void and then...
And then dog just comes in from outside and then goes back out.
Yeah,
again.
draconic Roomba flipping on the floor. Just like sucks out like a vacuum cleaner. But yeah, you guys are able to enjoy a big, proper, hearty breakfast, and then you're able to get back on the road. So is there any... Don't do that. Is there anything... It's literally when I do channel 4. Yeah. It seems to be coming... It went away, okay. Maybe just hitting it.
I did tap it,
Yeah.
so...
Fuck.
You listen to me.
Is there anything that you guys want to do before you like go to leave the inn, get your carriage and all that sort of jazz nasty?
Negatory Star Commander.
I
Okay.
think that's all good.
So, the morning air of Grosswasser Bay is very sharp because, like, being that close to the ocean, it's very cold. And it hammers home the chill of the incoming winter that is due to land over the next couple of months. There are 2 ships docked in the extensive gangways and a few sails and merchants about which Hugle would have crossed paths with. As you guys go to where the hitching area, like the stable where your carriage and horses are, you see the red-headed dwarf from the night before is actually waiting for you, and notices you guys are coming, and he kind of straightens up a little bit. But I'll turn it to you if there's anything you all want to do before you approach.
Sorry, is this the dwarf?
The dwarf from the night before, yeah, the real cocky one that was being rude to.
Yeah, the one that had connections with
He
bad
knew
people.
some stuff, yeah.
Did we get his name?
We didn't get his name. I actually can't remember his accent either. He's just going to be Scottish.
He's a dwarf, so he's waiting by our.
He's waiting by the he's waiting by the stable.
Yeah.
So not next to your carriage, but he very much notices you and perks up. Like it's very obvious that he was waiting for you guys specifically.
Now I can't remember right now. Wasn't there something we wanted to ask the old man last night, but no one was left at the bar?
All I'm recollecting is migraine.
Not even images, just sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had me in its clutches by that point.
I know. It was so sad to watch from this. I'd be like, this poor woman's in fucking misery.
I do not remember. I think it might have been, like it was too late and he was gone, and so we just all went to bed.
And he is a sailor, so
Yeah, so he'd be out on the dock.
Because
But it was just something random. We wanted to ask someone, and we're like, this guy might have a clue, but
Because wasn't it after you didn't get the information that you kind of really wanted from
the dwarf.
No,
Yeah.
it was something else. Like when we all came back at the end of the night, there was something that someone just wanted to ask. I'm like, maybe he'll know, but no one was left in the pub.
It wasn't about like ships or anything, was it?
No, I think it was more because he was the type to basically hold a lot of stories and stuff like that, and so we wanted to ask him about like the undead and the vampires and shit, I think.
I feel like Ozzy Osbourne. Who's gone in my room? And
Look, we all had
taken
such
my
good sleep we don't
from my
remember,
room?
so moving
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
We can't remember,
There it
remember.
is.
I didn't make a note. Alright, so I'll wander up to the guy. Morning.
Morning, laddie. Look, I just wanted to kind of apologise for my behaviour the night before. It's not very often you get people of a colourful background come in here and show off the wee bit of information they seem to know about how things go beyond the town. But in light of that conversation, and he finally reaches into a pocket and he pulls out the coin that was offered to him, and he hands it back to you, and he goes, I think it's only fair, seeing that your grey-skinned friend over there seems to know a little bit about it. Just be wary on the road, as going along the coast is not as well protected by the government as, say, the mainland and the inland and all that sort of rubbish. So just keep an eye out. Make sure you stay on the main path if you can. Be wary. There was a motley crew that I sent off a while ago that might give you some trouble, but you look like you can probably take care of it if it goes south.
I'll hand the coin back to him again and say, thank you for your honesty, but hold on to this for your silence. Maybe you don't mention us to any of those motley crews.
Catches it. Hey, I'm gonna go to that. Best of luck to you.
Enjoy your day.
And he runs his hands through his long red hair and then trots off. And you guys are left at the stable with your carriage. I'm gonna turn over to you before we start our on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again.
Any
Hop into the carriage, off we go.
Who do you think he sent on their way before us?
He mentioned that people pay to know if there's anyone worth robbing.
Yeah. Something about that group in particular doesn't sit right with me. I have an inkling.
Look, we're heading through one of the more protected areas of this country. This is the farmlands. That also means there's wealth moving through here, so bandits will be likely on the roads.
We will just take care of them as they come. Easy pickings.
Some of them.
They're stuck on the road with us, not the other way around.
Oh, Jesus.
She's not wrong.
Yeah. See, I'm not worried about bandits. That's nothing of concern. What I'm concerned about... Remember when I came to collect you, Zero?
I?
Remember the dude that we were trying to figure out where he came from? We found out he came from Tess with like the cloak and the... Wasn't it the one
skull?
eye?
The false eye.
Yeah.
The glassy eye.
Yes, I do remember.
Now, this is me speaking. I do not remember if we killed him or not.
He was in the group at the...
He wasn't
He
at
wasn't.
the ball.
He's alive still.
I thought we killed him.
We haven't.
There was actually a couple that were involved with that we missed. I remember there was Caster, like a Edge and Nasi Caster or something like that.
That was Isha. She was the last one to die at the ball.
Oh,
The only
Roger.
one who is unaccounted for is the glass eye elf.
Roger.
Well, the only people that know where we're going is Goss and Sebastian. I can't see either of those flipping on us. But
I'm not saying they would.
there's also magical means to track people.
Tess, from what I've heard from Zero, always had things in place, several steps before everyone else. Whether or not he's out there where we are going, all I'm saying is I'm just concerned that there might be a possibility we come across him again because he was not in the city from what we knew when all that shit went down.
If we do come across him and he still has firearms, just keep contact nice and close. A shit shot is a shit shot, even only a meter away. And he was a shit shot. I would know. Because I'm a good one.
Is the dwarf still within eyeshot?
He's tailing off back to the inn.
I'm gonna run over to him.
Alright.
One more favour, mate.
Hey.
You happen to have seen a elf with a glass eye pass through here?
No, nothing like that.
Maybe keep your eyes peeled and I might reach out.
Hey, if you're chasing a particular someone, if he comes to here, I don't know how we'll communicate, but
I've got my means.
hey, I'll keep an eye out.
Thank you kindly.
No worries. And he goes to walk off.
We've got some eyes in town now.
See, scare them shitless, Hugle. That's how they get you to tell things. Or other way about, I'm fucking sick right now. Please don't come at me.
I was pretty impressed.
But he's so adorable.
Scaring people isn't really my thing, but...
See, that's
Hugo
why,
opens up his rib cage and an eye comes out.
that's why you've got scary dog privileges, Hugo.
Dog. And dog's just there behind you.
Little Hugo, huge dog. Hell yeah.
But who could be scared of that thing?
Which one do you like? 'Cause I don't.
Boy, I'm on What's happening here?
We're trying to
rock off on
decide
this
who gets what juice.
And this is 4 in a row that have been...
This is a short.
Identical.
This is a short.
Come on! They're different colours, so we're not seeing this. We really need to get these two on the same camera.
Good game.
That was 4 in a row. I can't believe it.
Nah, we're just gonna have to match it and then have a tie counter in the middle. Okay. So the party get their juice.
That's canon, by the way.
Now, so you load up on your carriage with your juice in tow, your new pet, your new friend, the dog, the boy, the fucking
He was
killers.
up front with his fish casting temperos. And then just sort of wrapping it up and putting it in his bag of holding. So he's got like a...
If
ton of
another
fish in
man comes out of your bag of holding, is he gonna smell like fish?
He wraps the bag of holding in rope again.
At least we'll smell them coming.
Alrighty. So here's where it's gonna get a bit fun. So wonder if I can up the music on this a little bit, make it a bit more. See if it gets a bit more intense, a bit more travel fun. There we go.
That
seems a bit
travel,
ominous.
I'm going to roll my cartography thing and see if I can halve our time.
Well, I'm actually going to lay it out for you.
Yeah.
So, from Gruswasser to Potts Hollow, or via the Pottswood rather, would cost normal travellers perhaps anywhere from 6 to 7 days, but the expediency of the trip has been heightened with the aid of Voyage and Hugle working together. So what would normally be a session or two, how we used to do it travelling, we're actually going to play it a little bit differently. We're actually going to expedite the travel by spreading the days over an extended skill challenge.
Okay.
So now you will arrive at the Pottswood by the end of the trip. That is a given. There's no possibility that you can be lost and not find it, because he literally has a thing that allows that to happen. What the skill challenge is going to dictate how good of a shape you arrive in, and if you arrive by 6 days, 7 days, or 8 days, if it takes you longer. From Groswasser Bay to the Pottswood is minimum 6. If the consistency is kept. Now, you may use skills you are proficient in, but you cannot use the same skill twice in a row. So, there are a multitude of ways. I've done a bit of practice about how we can rope proficient skills, because everyone's got different proficiencies. I've put a bit of practice into it. But you can only use skills you are proficient in as part of the skill challenge. The DCs for every skill challenge start at DC 13. And you may utilize your class skills to actually aid with this, which means getting advantage. So as an example, Zero using Action Surge, Zeph using Cunning Action, Hugle with Clerical abilities, his special features as a ranger. You've got heaps under your belt as well, Voyage. You must accumulate 4 successes before 3 failures to succeed in this trip. At the beginning of each day, I'm going to roll a die. And depending on the number value, it's going to depend on what the weather's going to look like, and it will add or leave the DCs flat. I'll read them out so you guys know, because I'll roll in front of the table. It's a D20. 1 to 10 is going to be +4. 11 to 16 is going to be +2, and 17 to 20 is going to be 0. There's going to be no additions, because the weather's quite rampant. It makes more sense that you're more likely to run into something than not. These weather events are going to determine the DC, etc., etc. And this part of the journey is going to be a joint effort in storytelling. So as we go around and we get everyone using their proficient skills, I want to hear from you as well, like what you think your character could be doing in this situation to aid with this journey. Like, let's paint a picture together and have a bit of fun with it, because I think that would be really fun. 4 successes mean you arrive on time on the 6th day. A failure means you arrive a day and a touch later.
Yeah.
So, with that, we'll start our skill challenge going into day 1. So, passing into the farmland, you see the fenced properties that spread far and wide in the shadow of the mountain. The roads here aren't cobblestone, but they are instead well-worn dirt roads, which could prove to be an issue later down the line. So, I'm going to roll the first D20 roll here. Let's see what we get. 12. That is going to be light rain. So the DC is going to be 15 for the first person who would like to roll for this journey.
So is it a skill that we can just pick? So can I roll for perception, or
Are you proficient in perception?
Yes.
Then yes, you can.
Okay.
So
I'm just
what's Zero having such keen eyes? How is she using her proficiency in perception to aid with this journey? Let's make a bit of a storytelling kind of vibe here.
Well, she won't be able to help anything directional wise. She doesn't know where she is. But I would imagine that she'd be keeping constant watch of the cart to make sure they're not getting interrupted at all. And because she only needs that 4 hours meditation, she basically takes a perch up on the cart, because we've got the cart with the
It's a full covered carriage. Yeah.
So she'd kind of sit on the back of it on the roof with her legs kind of dangling over, just keeping her ears peeled. She's got the White Widow locked and loaded. Anything that just even moves or breathes wrong, it's just a bullet straight to it.
I feel like your keen perception is because you're passing through the farmlands. There's a lot of traffic and stuff, but because you're on top of the wagon, you can see small gaps in the road where you guys can get around someone's property and avoid blockages on the road.
Yeah.
So that entirely makes sense to me. So roll your perception
Please don't
check.
fuck on me. Please don't fuck on me. Oh! That's 24.
Hell yes. You're moving up through the first bit of the farmlands, and you see, like, very much so where, like, some of the rain has affected the dirt road, and this dude's, like, his 2 mules and, like, fucked up old wheeled, like, wagon cart is, like, stuck in the dirt, and you're like, ain't got time for that. Turn off here, and you like grab Hugle by the head and turn and force him to steer the wagon around, and you guys bypass the blockage on the road and succeed through the first part of the farmlands without incident. Very well done. I like that a lot. On to the second day. So we're expediting the camp making process because we've already figured out how to beat, because you've cheated the system. You won D&D, so it's fine. Day 2, the cold winds are snapping at your heels from the coastal waters. The early morning sees some light frosting on the glass windows of the carriage. The cold is starting to affect the horses a little bit, it seems. They're having a bit of trouble in the early mornings. They might need some help. Who wants to go next?
Animal handling. I got them coats.
You did? Okay. You actually did buy them coats, didn't you?
I specifically went out of my
That's
way
right,
to get
you
enough
did.
tarps.
Okay, let me
Cover
roll.
flowers.
Yep.
That's going to be +2 again, so the DC's 15. Because you got them with coats, you can make it with advantage.
Sick.
Manifest.
So it's a 21.
Whoa.
21.
21. Yeah, the second you wake up, and I would say even Zero, because you're always up so early, you point it out to Voyage, and you start realizing that, like, you can see it starting to, like, mat on their fur. So every night now before you go to bed, you put a little fire pit, like, right where the horses are hitched up so they can stay warm. You get their little coats on, so by the time they wake up in the morning, they're well rested, and the cold no longer affects them, and they are ready to go.
And they look fantastic.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Hugo.
Painted hooves, plaited breads, and their
You best
manes.
believe.
Flowers in their hair.
Absolutely.
Got the hair done.
Pigeon never looked better.
Ally! Rainbows! We're going to go into day 3. Your journey continues. The temperatures are still on the decline. The path, being primarily dirt roads, doesn't present major issues with the winter. However, the soft rains that permeate intermittently here in Miros have caused some small puddles and ponds. While moving through the last of the farmland areas as part of the skill check, can I get whoever's about to make the next skill check, so it would probably be Zeph or Hugle, I'll get you to make a perception check as well. So let me... it's going to be a DC 15 again.
Do you have a plan? Do you want to go next?
I can do the perception check.
It's whoever's going to make
yeah.
the skill check as well.
Alright,
Yeah, go. Roll a stealth. Don't even justify it.
bye guys.
Zeph just dips.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
Just carry the carriage.
I mean, yeah, I could probably, like, if the
What does the
wheel
rogue-
or something like that gets stuck or that, it's like, oh yeah!
Does the rogue have a belt of storm giant strength? Is that what it is?
+5 to strength and athletics, or +9 to acrobatics if I want to finesse it a little bit.
What skill proficiencies do you have besides stealth?
Sleight of hands, perception, investigation, insight, deception, athletics, acrobatics.
Well, what do you think Zeph would use of those proficient skills to aid with getting the cart through these like puddles and small ponds of water along this road? Because you got a pretty wide spread of skills there as a
That's
rogue.
a lot.
Yeah.
I've only got 4 things.
Oh, get good,
Eagle
brother.
Get good.
Eagle is min-minned. Like,
Yeah,
he's not a
he's
well-built
min-minned.
character.
Minimal.
Would you allow me to use acrobatics to aid the card?
Because acrobatics is strength, right?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. You know what?
I wouldn't slip in the mud.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think what you're using your acrobatics to, because you got bonus action, disengage, all that sort of stuff, dash action. You can sprint like meters and meters ahead and map the roads out, and then you're like helping guide them through and avoiding yourself getting stuck. I would absolutely allow that.
All right, I'll roll 2. The black one's for perception, the white one's for
Your
my-
skill. Yeah. Okay. So for your skill check, you want to be DC 15.
Yeah.
Natural 20s. Natural 20s.
So the perception is 22. And the acrobatics is...
Math.
Hold on.
What did you roll?
23.
Hell yeah.
There we
So
go.
we'll do the skill check first.
Yep.
You run ahead, and as you're running ahead, you start seeing the sheen of like the water on the dirt roads. And there's a moment where your leg gets stuck and you trip for a second, and you're like, fuck, they're not going to be able to get through this. And you end up having to like jump around and duck and weave. You end up just going over to like a pile of like busted timber and stuff that they've just left for like pyre fires in the middle of the farmlands, and put them down where the horses can put their hooves on, and you can wheel the wagon across, and end up having to like machine small bridges around. Like your dad's done it. You would have had to help your dad hundreds of times. So it just absolutely makes sense why that would be the case. With your perception check, we see the camera. Zeph's muddy as all fuck, covered in dirt. You've taken your cloak off, like rolled your sleeves up to like hell, and like Zeph's looking like fucking shredded, man. Look, got that fucking like farm person fucking body kind of going on, and you're like. And then you wipe your brow, and as you go to turn to look, you just catch a glimpse of something off the corner of your eye, just on the side of the street, on the side of the road, in like the tall grass a little bit. It's a dead hawk that is like definitely in the stages of rot, like the weather's gotten to it and it's starting to rot, but there seems to be some kind of like weird poisonous black bile that's like spewing forth from like the wounds in its stomach and its mouth. And like its innards and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think you would ever have crossed anything that you know what could do that or what it is, but I'll leave that information with you, what you will.
What I'll do is I'll run back to the cart, and I'll just like basically rummaging through Hugle's bag of holding without his consent, grab a jar, and then put some of that in it, and then just like give it to Hugle and just be like, I found it.
Yeah, it's when you go to scoop it, it's
It's like a peg on the nose
think
sort of thing.
think when acrylic paint starts to dry. So it's
Yeah.
got a skin, so it's hard, but if you peel it, it's gooey on the inside.
I've got the knife, like just like feeding it into the...
When you go to jab your knife in, like we'll say you use like one of your normal steel ones.
Yeah.
It almost like breaks the blade. It's like concrete. So you end up getting in there and jamming it, and it's just malleable enough that you can cram it into the fucking jar. But it's a substance that none of you have seen before at this point in time. But it seems to be the only animal that has been harmed by it. So other than that, the day proceeds without incident, and you guys continue on to day 4. That is going to be it's going to be a DC 17 check on this one, as blistering rain.
It's not a thing I've got, but would I be able to use my map case to see?
Yes, you would, because that is a thing that we have made a point of. So, what proficient skill are you using?
It doesn't use proficiency; it's just a perception check.
Oh wait, that's just the thing
That's
that you
what I'm
get
saying,
once
so
a
it's
day.
just another
Yes,
thing.
do
So
that.
Can I try
Do that, and then that'll determine what we roll for the skill check.
Yeah, alright. That gave me a 19, so that's a success on that, which normally halves the time.
So what we'll say is that +4 that you would get from the rain no longer exists. So it's just a DC 13 or whatever skill check you want to do.
Alright, so survival. So,
Yes?
knowing the lands, knowing the way that roads work and move, and knowing the direction that we're heading in, because this is the area that's closest to the Potswood.
Absolutely.
Just navigating and...
Yeah, this is where the expensive farmland starts to make way for like the hilled regions.
23.
Hell yeah. So the primary road that leads through the hilled area is very up and down and winds through this sector. The horses definitely did need a bit of guidance to help navigate where the hilly region starts coming into play. And you very quickly, you're like, oh, I've got this in the bag. Like, I know what the horses are going to be able to achieve and what's not realistic. And you, using your magical map case, you bypass a lot of the really and big annoyances and get yourself on the quicker one. And you guys eventually end up stopping by at the town nestled in the base of the coastal mountains called Spire Nest. So,
That's right.
oh, what's happened?
It's just too dark.
Okay, you do what you got to do.
Yeah, you guys keep on keeping.
So, I don't have a copy of the map with me. Seb does on his tablet, so we'll have to wait for him to pull it up. But along that coast, there is a small mountain region that literally rests. Like, the mountain itself is big enough that it bridges the gap between the water and the landmass. And the region goes from the coast up until it hits this hill region where you guys have just gone through. And there's a town nestled in the base of one of these small mountains on the main road called Spire Nest. I'm going to turn it to you guys whether you think you would actually want to stop in or if you guys would just want to continue. This little guy, right there. That's Spire Nest right there.
You can zoom in more.
Oh. So you've bridged the thing, here's the hill region, that's Spire Nest right there. That's where you guys have just
I
pulled
think
to.
Zeph will leave that up to Hugle to like see if he wanted to stop by, just in case he knows if there's anything of value that they would have that we could get, sort of thing. So Zeph will just leave Hugle to decide for that one.
Look, as far as I know, it's just another farming town. There's probably plenty of trade. There's a smaller village further up that we kind of in between within the village that I know a little bit better, but I've never been here. If anyone needs supplies or anything, they may have something of value, but I'm not too sure.
If they don't have bullets, it's of no use to me.
I would say make perception checks, everybody. So we'll say you're like just coasting along the front of the town, so you're like trying to have a squiz to see if you can see in. Oh my!
25.
18 buddies.
Oh,
Yeah.
17 for me.
19.
Good rolls across the board.
23.
Yeah, Skye and I did some witchcraft last night. We are now joined at the hip.
There you go. It's not a farming town. It's a mining town. It's built in the base of the mountains. So there's obviously there is farm folk there, but there's you can see where there's like carts of stone and stuff being pulled along and all that sort of jazz. But I leave it up to you guys whether you feel you want to pull in or you just want to continue.
Drugs.
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 No, we're good, thank you.
I mean, we could take 2 seconds to just stop in and see if this mining town has any company affiliation with the problematic mining industry that we were looking at.
Grimwells.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one.
It can't hurt while we're on our way through.
It can only,
But
only
we're
has to
in-
be momentary.
We're in no massive rush.
We don't have to stay the night either. We can just pop in, have a bevy, and pop out again.
Zero, like, very silently in the background, just like, oh, and then pouts a little, like, let's go to sleeping.
Who has good passive insight, by the way?
That'd be Skye, I think.
Yeah.
I'd say you'd be noticing Hugo getting more and more anxious the closer you guys get to Pot's Hollow.
Not even trying to deceive.
Nah.
Yeah, that's a
Anyone that
19.
has any
You got a 19 passive insight? Well, now that I know that.
No, you don't.
No, because that means that when certain characters are trying to deceive or persuade,
Yeah,
you would actually
they
have a beat
literally-
on them. Yeah.
Yeah, they'd have to get a natural 20.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
In some instances, unless they've got skills that help them up their numbers. Yeah, that's good to know.
That's why I know everything. Except
just-
for how to be a good mom.
You just so.
Wow.
Thank you.
If I could reach across the table and hit you and hug you, I would.
What's stopping us?
So, you guys decide to just make a quick beeline
Yeah.
into the town, have a squiz about. It is a mining town, very busy, very loud, lots of like big machines. You see some more of those steam-powered hammers that were in the mining site that you guys saw, where it's like they burn coal and it runs a pivot, smashes the minerals down into things. It's very busy, but I would say it's pretty easy enough. You find a pub called Granite, and go in there, and I'd put it up to you guys if there's anything you want to ask around. Oh, actually, no, I lied. Can I get you two to make perception checks for me, please, specifically?
That's only a 10.
That is a 21.
21.
Zero, I think your paranoia and anger blinds you a little bit to looking around, and all the noises are kind of like distracting you, a little bit jumpy on the hip. You're like, that fucking one-eyed fuck's here, I can feel it. But Zev, you're more about going into the crowd and becoming one with the crowd. And you can't help but notice that when you two walk into the pub, everyone walks into the pub and say everyone takes a cubicle, like you guys take like a cubicle around the edge somewhere, but one real skinny kind of ne'er-do-well looking guy with a hood up, raggedy, scraggy beard, a bit like crack teeth, for want of a better term. He sees you guys walk in and takes notice of you two specifically. Obviously, Zero doesn't notice, but you do. And with that high perception check, you see he looks you up and down and pulls a sleeve up, and it's the symbol of the church beneath the waves, which is the Sunken Sect logo. It's a tattoo on his wrist, and he goes, raises an eyebrow to you.
I'd have one of those, wouldn't I?
You can opt to get them. They're not a requirement. You can just opt to get them to help identify people in public.
But being under Mr. K,
I'll leave up to you. If you think you would have buckled and
You
got
can
one.
make it appear, can't you?
I can if I wanted to. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
But I feel like with Mr. K's character, he probably would have made Zev get
Okay.
it.
So where would it be? How do you flash it? Where is it?
So it would just. It'd probably. It'd be on the wrist. Because Zeph wears long sleeves. And it'd be one of those things where it's like that sort of thing of the arm to adjust the sleeve without touching it, and it just like pops out and then goes back and the sleeve's back to normal again.
He acknowledges the tattoo and gives you a wink and like nods towards the door, and he very quickly slinks out the door.
Yeah. I'll just basically tap on Zero and just nod towards the door and then start walking out.
Zero follows without even saying a word.
Alright. So he goes around the front door, around the side, and then ducks behind the next building there. And he only ever keeps enough that like he sees you two enter the corner, and then he ducks around, which you guys have done heaps. You know what that is. And you find he comes around and he goes, haven't seen two like you around here before, but good to see fellow business-minded people coming into town, huh?
What are you doing here?
Making a bit of money. There's a lot of money in mining.
I assume you have information for us, possibly?
Information, not so much. However, I do have some pretty little dorks that I think you would like to see. And he reaches and pulls out a small pouch. Small, but heavy duty, comparatively. And he puts it down on the ground and he goes, come, and he like ushers you in close to like kind of cover it so people can't see. And he opens it up, and your faces are met with this purple nectarine kind of glow as he has like 3 or 4 shards, like little tiny ones, of uncut rift glass, like pure rift glass.
Gun straight to the head.
Yep.
Oh, I have made an egregious error on my part.
Where'd you get that? Did you bring it from the city? Or is it from this mine?
It's from a mine, not this mine.
Which mine?
One of those Grimwell fellows brought it in a couple of weeks ago. They seem to have a lot of the mines on lock for that sort of thing.
Do you know exactly which mines and how many?
No.
That is a useless answer.
Oh no!
I feel like cut to like Voyage Hugle, and he was like, I had no idea that there was a mining town this close.
Bang! Where's Zero?
Oh wait,
Where'd they go?
Wait.
Oh shit.
It's 19, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
It was bound to happen. I'm just glad we got this far before it did.
Where are they?
No.
Where did they
Guys,
go?
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
That's 13. 13
Oh
pieces
yeah.
of damage.
He watches in slow motion as the hammer goes down, ignites the gunpowder, and his life is just deleted. And he just goes, it's very quick, like.
Are
he
we
just
able
hits-
to, do we hear it?
I would think, yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people in the town do. Like, I lie, because the machinery in the town's so fucking loud. So it actually, I kind of shot myself in the foot with that one. The machinery in the town's really loud, but you guys would know.
recognize
I think
it,
you're
so.
like, you look around, and Zero's nowhere to be seen, and you just heard one of
And
these.
Zev's also gone. The trouble duo.
Sending. Where the fuck are you? What the fuck was that? What's going? Standing up.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, sending to Zero. Where the fuck are you? What the fuck was that? What's going on?
You have reached the voicemail line. Do I say my name? Zero! Please leave a message after the beep. Beep.
Bitch.
But what are you doing? You've got a dead body in this alleyway and some naughty rocks.
I will grab the rocks
And I will grab the body.
Yeah, and then I will assist with getting rid of this.
Make a sleight of hand check. We'll see how you... so you can both make one, or one can give advantage to the other.
I think yours would be higher than mine because I'm only a +4 to sleight of hand.
Mine's +6.
Yeah, so I just need to get a success to give a helping action.
No, you just let her roll with advantage.
Oh, okay, but
Or roll them roll with advantage, sorry.
Alright. You pick a dice.
I forgot that bang button was on there, and I was like, oh!
That one.
Do a reading, my lord.
Ooh. At least it's better than my 5 that I picked on your dice. But that gives me 12.
A 12?
Yeah.
Look, you jam him in a crate, he doesn't really fit, you're probably going to want to get out of here lickety-split. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but I am a genius, so...
I mean, he's mostly in there. I'd call that like at least 73% success.
Well,
I'd say we're frantically looking for
I
them at
don't
this
think
point.
anyone would miss him.
I mean, yes,
He had
kind
the-
of, but also, like, this was
battalion,
bound to
so it must have
happen
been
at
from the
some
city.
point.
It's true, he is far from home.
Voyage.
And a drug dealer.
And
no
besides,
case, no
there's
hope.
not many guns around either, so how would they
That's
know?
true.
We could, if, shit happens, we
Should
just
we-
blame one-eye guy.
Should we squish him into some mining equipment? We're
There's-
taking the crate.
There's no chance you could get him into a machine without someone seeing you.
What if I cut him up into small pieces?
Do you want to take the time to do that?
Not really.
I'm gonna be
Is
real with
there a
you.
ditch or a hill somewhere where I
No,
can just
the clock is ticking.
What would you have me roll to be looking for them? Because
It'd be perception or investigation.
Look, I reckon we just leave him there. As much as I want to play arts and crafts, I feel like we don't have time.
14, however long you think it would take if I even find them at all.
Can someone make... Why don't you make a deception check?
Deception.
Have
Just
you
to...
got better?
Oh, actually, no, sorry, stealth check.
Stealth check. Mine's only a +7, yours is probably way higher.
There's no way that I'm seeing.
So that is 18.
Yeah, you just can't hear over the machines.
By one.
Alright. Let's go back inside.
Let's vamos.
Yeah.
Vamos.
And it'll be like that type of thing where Hugle's like looking around and Zeph's just like, did you get any drinks yet?
Yes, how are you doing?
Do we have to go already?
There's nothing here for us. I suggest
There's
we
a
depart.
possibility.
This is useless town. No good information. We should leave at haste.
Right, pigeon, let's go.
And you guys,
Oh, no.
as quickly as you come, you leave. Day 5.
Put that on my fucking hinge bio or something.
Alrighty, so it's only some light rain on day 5, so it's only a 15 for DC. So we can go back around the table. Remember, you cannot use a skill that you've already used before.
Do you want to go first again?
Yeah, I'll do another.
Oh, wait, hang on. We did 4 and everyone succeeded, correct?
Yes.
So there's no need to continue to roll.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got
Yay.
4 successes before 4 failures. So what we'll do is I'll go through what we see over the last couple of days of travel.
Yeah.
So on day 5, you end up on the map. It's the next village over, just before the Pottswood. It's called... where'd it go? I lost it. It's a small village called Woodsgate. So as you guys move along, you notice that there seems to be tree branches that have been felled or have fallen off the trees in the recent couple of days worth of storms, but have kind of been left there. So eventually, you guys all get out and just like move them at a very quick rate.
Big Hulk over they them. Make way.
I'm a non-binary crushing machine. And you guys move them out of the way. Woodsgate is primarily a checkpoint trading village, which you would know about this. This is actually where people from your home will go to trade. It's the primary point. There is crossing into Woodsgate, because you guys have to pass through it to eventually get into the Pottswood. It's like basically on the path, right? If you wanted to go around it to not be seen by people, you're actually doing yourself a disservice, because then you're not staying on the main road. And trying to get into the Pottswood not by the main path is where it gets really fucking tricky. But as you walk in, someone yells out to you, and it's no one in your party. They're like, "Hell there, small folk."
Do I recognize this person?
Make a history check with advantage. Fuck it.
No.
No, you, unfortunately, no, it doesn't look like anyone you've recognized, but there seems to be some sort of recognition from him to you. Older gentleman, like, you know, kind of blonde, but like bit of grey coming through.
I'd say as well. Hugle probably on the way in as well, saying to you, these people tend to know my village, but I haven't been here since I was a child. I didn't trade too often, but we're getting close. I mean, he sort of strings it to himself as well.
But look, this gentleman comes over and he goes, "Haven't seen many of you coming out in the forest there for a while. How's everything in the wood?"
Hey there, friend. I actually come from the other direction at the moment.
Ah, bit of a pilgrimage. Hey, understandable.
Yes, I've basically done a full lap of the island.
Oh, wow, I bet your little feet are sore there, sir.
Yes. So, how long since anyone's...
A couple of weeks. At most, you know, normally it's about every 4 weeks, but I think it's been about 6 or 7 by this point, and we've not really had anyone come out and, you know, old Noel with his fish and the boys from the mill bringing some of that good halfling timber that you guys grow out there.
Has there been anything strange happening around the areas, or... Could just be their season, but...
Hey, there's... Some people say they've heard some weird going on inside the Pottswood. You probably know about that wee druid witchy type. She lives on the border of the wood, which you do know. There was a druid she was very recluse, kind of kept to herself. Not harmful in any way, but she was just always alone. Had her own grove. She really didn't like people coming to visit, even you lot. She didn't really let people come in. But he goes, you know, we had another band of folk come in a while back. They look a bit more on the rough side, but they didn't come back out, so either whatever's in there got them, or they made it out the other end.
Not many people make it out the other end that don't know their way through. Was there a halfling with them, or a Herringon?
Not that I can remember, no.
It's not something you usually hear of. Well,
hey, things are getting weird around here. All things considered, you know, with the undeath and all that sort of stuff, but...
I heard there's been some sightings. That's not usually too common around these areas.
No, not too common. There's, like, stragglers and all that sort of stuff. They kind of just... One or two undead will just kind of wander their way through. They wear similar garb. Seems to be like people from trading columns or unfortunates that met their end in the woods that have just risen back and have just wandered their way until they found some food. We're not really a fighting type of town, but, you know, we'll do what we have to keep the peace. We've just taken to burning them once they're down.
Smart.
No burial rites or anything. We don't know who they prayed to, what god they worshipped. It's just easier that way.
You don't happen to have any clerics of the Corvus in the area?
No, not out here, son, no. We have a few devotees to the matron of the wilds, but not that cleric type. We're a simple town. We let things lie as they come along.
Hugle will pull out like a bag of seeds and hand it to the guy. If you don't know their particular beliefs, I'll spread a few of these. The Corvus Queen will guide any to their respective end.
Puts it on his hip. I'll see to that immediately.
What was your name, friend?
I didn't have a name for this guy. Fuck. Let's call him...
Bob.
No, but we'll call him Robert.
Bobbit.
Bobbit. I was named after Bobbert, sir, and my father was Bobbert before him, and Bobbert before that. I am Bobbert the 17th.
Is there anything else worth mentioning? I may have come from the other direction, but we're definitely heading into the woods.
Unfortunately, not that I can tell you, son. Just have to ride it out, I think. But be careful for those ne'er-do-wells.
Oh, we always are. I've got a few of those of my own.
Looks out.
It's just
A fucking dragon, tiefling, owlbear. Like, I see that.
Well, I'll let them know that people have noticed the absence and see if we can't open up a new pathway for trade. I know we depend on it. This town of yours is a bit of a lifeline of ours.
And yours, one to ours, Master Smallfolk. What can I call you, sir?
Just call me Hugle.
Why, pleasure to meet you, Master Hugle. And I'm sure we'll see each other again someday.
Looking forward to it, friend.
Safe travels. And he gives you a wave.
Have a lovely day.
And he walks off. As your carriage is slowly just making its way through Woods Gate.
Seems there's been a slowing down of trade from my home village. That's not usual. We're fairly secluded out there, so a fairly regular turnover of trade with the outside world is kind of a requirement.
Let's just hope everything is in one piece when we arrive.
I'm gonna reach out to my dad again.
Bob? Yep.
Hi, Da. I'm just at Woodsgate. We're very close to the city. We're very close to the Pottswood. I heard there's been no trade lately. Everything okay?
He sends back and he goes, "Hey son, it's just been a bit, a little bit busy back home. How far are you?" Message ends.
Now, I would know my dad. Is he actually busy, or is he just not wanting to bring up...
Roll an insight check.
Yeah.
He's gonna roll deception.
$18.
You can't tell.
Can't tell. We'd be, what, 2 days now from...
At this point, you're 1 day. Tomorrow, you'll be there.
At this rate, we'll be seeing you tomorrow. If there's anything worth telling me now, before we hit the wood, I've heard some strange happenings.
He responds back, "Strange isn't even the word that I would use for it, boy. I think it better we tell you when you get here." Another sending comes through because he also has sending. Not enough words in this spell for me to describe.
I'll stay vigilant. Let's hope I see you tomorrow.
The message ends. You guys continue. And on day 6, successful skill check. Well done, everybody. That was very good. I really enjoyed how that went. You arrive on the cusp, like at the threshold of the Pottswood. Let me just change that. I think I want this one. There we go. Beginning to cross into the threshold of the Pottswood, the air almost instantly becomes cleaner and clearer. Your lungs can expand a little bit more, and you literally just feel better being in this forest. The second you cross in, your body, you just feel more relaxed. You feel like you can breathe better air. You feel way more rested. There's just something about this place just being in the presence of this place just makes you feel good. It makes you feel better. Like, even Dog gets way chirpier. Pat starts losing his fucking mind. He's like in his element. You see he like runs and hits like the bottom of like one of those big oaks and does like a roly-poly panda kind of roll because he's a very, very round boy. Whomever is leading the column right now, or whoever believes they would be out the front of the carriage or walking in front of the horses, can I please get you to make a perception check for me? Anyone who would like to.
I can make one. I think on the last day, Zero would have sat up the front with Hugle, because she's awkwardly trying to figure out how to bring up the fact that she has very clearly noticed him regressing the whole trip and it getting worse and worse. The perception is a 16.
Beautiful.
I'm not trying to hide anything. My deception's at -1 anyways.
Yeah.
There we go. That's going to be... What did you get, sorry?
16.
Okay. You continue on. Let's maybe do the interaction with Hugle first before we go into what happens next. Because I think it would be very noticeable as you cross into the threshold. Would there be a very clear transition where, like, even though Hugle feels better being home, does he still look regressed on the outside, comparatively?
There's almost that, like, light sweat you can see on him too. You notice the heart, like, the breathing. He's almost like he's on edge of a panic attack. So anyone that has, like, social anxiety would know, like, before going to a party or in the car on the way there, you've got that.
Yeah.
And he's kind of got that. Like, he's staying aware and looking around because he's been warned of stuff, but there's more to this than just being aware.
I kind of imagine it's like a Hugle.
Sorry.
And she's looking at you, and she's looking at you like over her glasses. And do you want to talk about it? You've been getting worse the closer we get.
Every day we get closer is like another step into that underground for you. I'm absolutely fucking terrified. I haven't been home in... It's gotta be like 2 years. I haven't even kept track. Last time I was in these woods, my eyes were full with tears and I was fleeing. I have no idea what to expect when I get home. I know my family are going to welcome me, but I don't know about everyone else. But this is the safest and best way for us to move north. And something's going on in these woods. And even if they hate me here, this is my home and I will help if I can.
Well, you've had our back this whole time, Hugle. Just remember going in here. We've got yours.
Just stand up. Without you here, I wouldn't have made it this far.
You're brave. You are.
Part of the halfling trait. Still scared shitless.
But you're here, and that counts for something.
I like to think I've grown up a little bit since I left, but being here kind of makes me feel like that scared child again. I love these woods. I can breathe here.
Yeah! Fresh air is great.
You're not telling me that this makes you feel better than the city.
I mean, there is a whole lobe of my lungs that I didn't even know existed up until 10 minutes ago.
You hear a cracking of sticks on the outer edge of your hearing. Instantly, ears perk up, and because you beat the stealth, because your vision was so high,
There's definitely like a...
yeah, as you look out, and a band of about like 6 or 7 like roadmen come out of hiding in the shrubbery. Immediately, only 3 of them look like they can really do anything. The rest of them are just, let's call it for what it is, they're just little scrawny cunts, man. They don't have enough. They're like 2 of them are like 3 big burly dudes like with like bandanas and their fucking daggers and shit, and they cross out, and one of them like comes out with like a light crossbow, like a one-handed light crossbow, and then just sees he's looking down the barrel of like a ship cannon from the fucking front of the carriage. It's like a, well then, looks like we found ourselves in a bit of a standoff.
Listen here, boys. We're not in the fucking mood today.
Oh, you're a bit fucking peppy for a little fella.
Ooh, can I give a warning shot at their feet to show that there is a fucking massive difference between what he's loading and what I'm loading?
Absolutely.
Yeah, bet.
With advantage.
And instantly with that response, that guy is getting told dead. So in his brain, he's feeling the rocking bell.
Natural 20!
Oh, fuck. Oh, really? Hot
Yes.
damn. I'm going to say, well, let's go with this first, because that might edit what happens here.
Yeah, because fucking...
That you can tell automatically, your response put them on the back foot. They came out of the woods and thought like they were fucking ready, and that was it, mate. They were taking this home. They've made the bag, right? And then a full ship cannon has gone off and blown the ground out at this dude's feet, and he's gone, whoa, and he's like falling over because the round also detonates on impact.
Yes.
So it's a fucking another explosion. You know what? He's got to roll a dex save anyway because it technically was a successful hit. And it's 3. So, no. So you shoot the ground, and he just goes, ha, you're mid, and he fucking blows up. And he leans back, and the dust settles. And the rest of the guys are just like, whoa, what the fuck? They're freaking out. The guy looks down, and from his fucking knee down, is gone.
Because I rolled a 17 on damage as well.
They've got, a decent amount of hit points, but... He fucking, I think, just purely on the nat 20 and the damage alone, this bandit just looks down, he's just like, starts like freaking the fuck out. Like, the leg doesn't exist anymore, it's gone. It's been eviscerated, and I'll get you to make anyone who would want to for the party, I'll let you pick.
Awesome.
Whoever has the highest charisma, intimidation check with advantage.
I'm a -1.
Look, I got a 0.
I'm a -1 also.
What have you got?
A 0.
Well, I guess it's going to be one of us
Can
up
we-
front then, I guess.
Is this
Wait.
intimidation?
Intimidation.
All right.
And can I give you the help action?
You're already getting advantage because
Beautiful.
0 blew that guy's leg
The
off.
fuck?
If I'm giving intimidation, I rolled perception before to see if I could hear the conversation I was having before 0 shot off that massive fucking thing. And I pray that this works so that it could look cool. But Zeph is going to intentionally rock the carriage like there's a big burly person in there and come out as Gosrick.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, dude. Okay. Yeah, go for it.
So that's a 16.
16. The carriage rocks. Rat and Pigeon start freaking out because there's a sudden weight discrepancy. And from the carriage, describe it. What's it look like? Like,
It's just...
Do the smoke from the nostrils.
Yeah.
I say, so as a changeling, when your body changes, your clothes don't. So very realistically, you have to disrobe, wrap your cloak around your waist, and then change.
Alright, so this is what happened. Heard the conversation happening. As that was going down, Zeph is like, alright, I'm gonna goss this shit up. Changes into goss, puts like something around the
Full
waist.
shaft. Full shaft.
Just come out in all your glory. How intimidating
Just
would that be?
Something around the waist, I don't know, like make it look like some sort of like pant or whatnot.
Loincloth.
Yeah, and then just comes out and just goes, oi! I was sleeping.
So at one point you see one of the little skinny gawky fucking bandits runs over and is just holding the mouth shut of this fucking dude whose leg's fucking going out, and you watch as like he uses like a striker light to like heat his knife up and just cauterizes this dude's like stump leg as he's bleeding out in the middle of a road. And these three burly dudes all of a sudden are staring down this fucking brass dragonborn, and it's just like, tell you what. We have made a terrible mistake.
And I think
Later.
it's one that's going to cost you.
Ooh!
What?
I look to you guys. What do you
Bring old school Hugle back. Rob them blind, motherfucker.
It's gonna be
It's
one
a-
of those scenes where like it pans to the forest and then it pans back and all they have is their underwear.
Yes!
You just strip them of all their shit? I mean, you can.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a moment where Zero's on top of the carriage with the White Widow resting on her hip, and you've got the pepper box in the other hand, like just like lining everyone up. And one by one, Hugo, you run with the bag of holding, and they just empty all their shit into the bag of holding. Let's go. Roll 3d10 for me, and we're gonna say that's how much gold value you get.
Onto the clock.
14.
You basically get like 14 gold pieces worth of like unanimous like bits of metal and jewelry. It obviously seems like they're not that successful at being bandits, and now one of their dudes is like crippled.
Now,
So
as I'm doing this, is anything look like it could have come from the trade from Potsolo? Have they robbed
immediately,
anyone?
no. It seems like they've caught one rogue tradesperson that's come through the Potswood, because you know there are some people that are quite savvy that have done it, and you guys would have helped them years ago to figure out a path. But they've caught some unfortunate soul, but they've not had much success since the first one.
No astral either. Just
No.
people that
These
hasn't reached out this
are
far.
no sunken sect tattoos. These are just some fucking.
No, not sunken sect tattoos. Just because we found someone who was trading astral.
Oh no,
literally,
but that's what I
yeah.
mean. Like these guys, there's nothing super sus about these guys. They're just
They're
shit
just
criminals.
generic shit
So some
guys.
bits of jewelry, couple of crossbows and
Yeah.
daggers.
Yeah, I was gonna say you get like 2 light crossbows, like 6 daggers that all just land in the bag of holding. If there was another bagman in there, he's been stabbed by this point.
Dog, put the rest of his leg down. Leave it.
Yeah, just have him like eat his like fucking blown off leg right in front of
There's
him.
nothing left of the blown off leg. It is shambles.
There's pieces.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
pieces.
Oh yeah, okay.
Nuggets of the leg.
He's
Go
like,
around.
Like a little vacuum cleaner off Teletubbies.
oh yeah.
Now Hugo will walk up to the guy that's got the fucking blown off leg because he'll be taller than him.
Everyone's taller than that guy right now.
You keep the fuck away from these woods.
I think by this point he's probably like barely conscious. He goes, "Yes, Mom. What do you say, Mom?"
And
So much blood loss.
tempted to heal him, but you're robbing people in Hugle's.
If you heal him, it doesn't fix the
No,
leg.
won't
It
fix
just
it.
turns it into a stump.
No, he won't even heal. He's just he's
Ooh.
pissed off that they're
Cold-blooded.
messing with his
They
his trade route, basically.
they pull out their piece of shit 2-wheeled fucking little wagon and their mule that was tucked away off the side of the road, and put their now unconscious friend to take him back through Woodsgate, maybe to go back to Spire Nest, so they can get like a real doctor, and hopefully he doesn't die on the way.
Oh, Zero doesn't give a fuck, but Skye feels awful.
Yeah, I thought it'd be fun to just put in an interaction where that happened.
I'll give a spare the dying if that helps him.
No.
Sure.
No.
Hugo goes to cast and Zero goes and slaps his fucking head. You stand by your dresses.
You're doing so well.
But
Yeah. While
Quick.
she was talking, like, Zero's behind him, like, yeah.
gassing like mum
Yeah,
gassing him up.
yeah.
That's not what my mum
Gets
did
back
when
on
Caleb got his jaw broken in a fight, and mum says now you got a reason to keep your hands up, and pushed him back in the ring with a broken jaw.
It won't get back on. I'm like, I needed that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're
Ow.
stronger than you. So.
Yeah.
After days on the road, the winding roads from the base of the coastal mountain range where Spy Nest rested has led you all back into the ever-expansive woodlands cresting up the eastern coast. And at a canter, the horses are pulling the carriage along down a road. By this point, Hugle, would you still be steering the coach?
Yeah.
Voyage, would you at the front as well? The more nature savvy.
I'm kind of as aware as I can be to the environment, not necessarily like the roads, but like the surroundings, because I've been told that there's weird shit going on.
Yeah, for sure. In due time, the border of... So, you've entered the woods, but the border of the woods, the one where people start getting deterred and getting lost, you start cresting up to that moment. The trees here seem like larger, like bigger, stronger, like they've had their vitality boosted. The leaves are of a verdant green that seems to touch like a bit more on the healthy side than other woodlands you've seen in your days, like everyone here accompanied. However, the kiss of winter is closing in as some of the leaves are beginning to shift from their greens to oranges to reds and yellows, just kissing the tips of the edges of the leaves. Make a perception check for me, since you say you want to be keeping an eye out.
21.
Oh!
I like this dice.
As you
Yeah.
begin to move into the confines of the woods, a slight shine catches your eye, like on like one of the bodies of the tree. Do you go to investigate?
Absolutely.
You hop off, carriage slows down to a really slow trot as it looks hardened like sap. You know, like sometimes when sap hardens and it becomes reflective because it's a liquid, it's gooey. You go to investigate and you see this blackened substance spread across the trees, almost like a semi-viscous oil that, while not inherently wet, does seem partially hardened on the bark of this tree. The bark around it is drained of color. It's dead, like the bark is dying, and it seems to be spreading along the tree like a poison.
I'm going to reach in the bag of holding and pull out the little jar that Zeph got of the stuff from the bird and compare it.
Yep.
Same thing?
Mm-hmm. I would think you deduce from that bird was unfortunately hungry enough that it ate it, and it didn't go well. While it was liquid, obviously.
Something's wrong. I throw you that jar back. This...
It just hits Zeph in the head. Hold up a flare! I am holding up a flare! Ah!
Roll a new character.
You're blind now.
Yeah, so... This... Where's you found this on the road a couple of days out, and... Hints back to the tree that you just see this sort of starting to take over. This isn't normally what this looks like through here.
I gave it to you because I thought you might be able to know something. I don't... Do we think it could be something to do with the undead that you're after?
Excuse me.
Does it have the feel of undead? Like,
You know what? You can make medicine or nature.
Can I assist with that?
You may.
Using... What's it called? Sorry, I'm trying to remember.
Primeval awareness,
I think so.
where you like sense like Fae, Fiend, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. So you can roll with advantage. On
medicine.
medicine. Isn't your nature higher?
Nature's 0.
Oh, wow. Shocking forest folk.
You're kidding me.
I told you, min.
Min.
I think we forget he is a cleric sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think my brain just goes because like Lotus and Halfling.
I do all the time.
You'd think
Yeah.
you'd have something
think
for nature. But
Hugle, he's a druid.
Yeah.
Who can heal.
Yeah, we've just we've gaslit ourselves
Yeah.
into thinking he's a druid.
the original plan was to make him look like a druid.
I'm gonna tell you this. You know enough about the being a cleric of the grave domain. You also have to know about the systems of undeath and what that looks like. It's not undeath. It seems to be you. There's been moments where you've had to poison dying trees to kill them, to fell them in the wood because it was a danger to people around you. That's what it seems like. It seems like this goo seems to just be something that's a bit more corruptive and corrosive, and it's just found its way onto this tree. But the fact that you've never seen it before and it's here is what's concerning to you, I think. You just can't deduce what it is.
Poking around sort of the vicinity around, is there any more? Like, does it keep happening in a certain direction? Is there a...
You don't see any others. It seems to be the only one.
Do we want to maybe take that off the tree as well? Could be like an extension, different breed.
Not knowing enough about it, I don't know. We don't know if it's here on purpose. Someone could be trying to take down this tree. This tree might be causing other sickness.
Could that be something that is used normally?
It's nothing I've ever seen. But there were plenty of druids and various chemists that have made all kinds of things that I'm not aware of.
Maybe we'll
I think we
ask
keep an
some
eye
questions when we're in town, see if anyone else has noticed it, if they know what it is, if they created it.
I'll grab another jar out and take another decent sized sample.
I'll say you can chip a bit of the bark off and
Yeah.
take the bark with it and whack into a jar. Yeah, for sure.
And sort of just with my maps and stuff mark down exactly where.
Yeah, still a bit off from from town, but
But
close enough that it's concerning.
Yeah,
For sure.
Just maybe we all keep an eye out.
It is capable of killing a orc, so it's most likely capable of killing any living thing.
There's plenty of things in this forest that kill other things.
Yippee.
Right,
Not just zero.
Raggy, where are my vesticles?
Look, life and death are it's a continual cycle out here. These trees grow so big because others have died and rotted, but no, maybe it just happened.
It's speaking in tongues we do not comprehend!
Chips and salsa!
I'm never going to live it down, ever.
Yeah, lots have died, lots more grow. Things rise and fall continually. Death is just a part of it out here.
Would you be able to maybe talk to your queen about it?
I can reach out, but there's never any guarantee. I need to actually get some bits and pieces to be able to communicate with her outside of the church, so right now I can throw a prayer and hope, but that's not exactly a guaranteed contact.
What sort of materials, I guess, would you need?
We need some kind of valuable bones.
It
Like
just
something
takes my
from
arm off, there you go.
Something from a creature of great power, or some jewel or gold encrusted bones from something else. There's a few different ways we could make it, but we just need the ingredients.
We can kill something powerful, and then skin it and flay it.
I'm sure we can, I'm sure we will.
You hear that whisper in your ear? Oh, you're talking a big game. Shut up.
Look, as we make
You
our way
love it.
further north, we will be probably stopping by an old friend of mine who knows his way around most of our religious beliefs. He's just outside of the Deadlands, but if we haven't found something by then, I'm pretty sure he might know where I can find it.
So, except for Hugle, the woods here are unfamiliar to you all. And not in the obvious sense that most of you have not been here before, but unfamiliar in the way that these woods aren't like the others you've seen or been in. Again, the trees are thicker here, their bark being visually much rougher and much stronger, denser than normal. Their canopies spread wide, offering a perfect balance of light and shade. If you didn't know any better, you'd think that this forest, for all intents and purposes of the word, is perfect. In balance and tuned into a rhythm that isn't felt by the rest of the world. However, through this sense of awe, you persevere. A soft breeze blows through the woods, gentle sways of the branches, creating light creaks all around you as you all begin to move. Your steps, along with the horse's hooves and the carriage's wheels, crunch what dirt and leaves are beneath you, grounding you in this moment, in this sense of reality. The Potswood having this almost magical sense of suspension of your senses around you. I'm going to get you to do it this time because you're also leading. Can you roll a perception check for me?
Yeah.
And you are in your favourite terrain?
Yeah.
So. What?
Can I have a 31, please?
A 31?
One.
Holy
Thank you.
dooly. I had it listed here as a DC 17.
I see the future.
As you move along, you're scanning the path ahead of you, seeing the thinning road, realising this path's actually going to become a little bit tricky to navigate with the horses and carriage. Not impossible, just harder. Your footsteps crunch on a small pile of leaves beneath... would you be on the carriage or off the carriage? I think in this instance.
On. I feel like
Okay.
it'd be giving Hugle like the space to just kind of be prepared, really, mentally, so he doesn't have to worry about maintaining the horses on the path itself. More so he can keep his eyes about him elsewhere.
So you're steering on the carriage, okay. As you move through, you take a slight turn, having to guide the horses through, and this is where it gets tricky, right? So you have to get off for a moment to grab them, to kind of lead them from the front to help guide their feet, because, you know, horses will kind of just trample through wherever the fuck. They're like, oh, I can fit that gap, and just go through. So you have to lead them from the front. And as you take a step, you go to turn for a second, and then it catches your eye, and you quickly lean away for a split second, but it's more of that black goo on this tree that you're passing. Black, viscous, sticky, it's slowly dribbling down the trees like blood from a wound, and as you like lean closer to like inspect it, you can feel the heat radiating off it, like it's hot, like burning.
I'm gonna ask Dog what it is.
Dog?
Yeah. Does Dog know what it is?
I don't know what that is, Dad.
Fucking what good are you then? Piss off.
I do fire stuff. I don't do black sludge.
Fair enough. Hugle, do you want another sample? This one's still dripping.
Did it look like more, less?
Probably it's been here more recently. It's not bubbling forth from the tree. I would say it actually looks like it's been slapped onto the tree. You know, kind of like when you throw wet mud and it like hardens to something. Kind of looks like that.
Look, I think we've got enough of a sample as it is. It's not really changing much, but it doesn't. I don't like it.
You can almost hear the sizzling and the cracking of the wood beneath the heat. Where it's like...
It seems like an unnecessarily corrosive way to take down a plant.
That's the word, corrosive.
There's much nicer ways to go about this. I'll definitely have some questions once we get to the
Has
to
it
the
got a
village.
particular smell? Or is it just like unscented?
It's a smell that you've never smelled before, I think. I don't think anyone here would have any idea what it smelled like, what they could relate the smell to. But it smells hot. Can I get everyone's passive perceptions, please?
17.
15.
16.
13.
Okay, so anyone over 16. You all push on. You continue. You avoid that. You can feed the horses through, and the road continues. You all push on. The narrow road now also being made to feel claustrophobic as the trees lean over and douse the road in a soft shade. As you continue to move through, those of you who have 16 and over for perception, you begin to hear bubbling. I think, so you've got 16 and you've got 17. For you, I think, for both of you, it sounds like if you're cooking like a hot stew, you know what I mean? Or the descriptions of when your families used to read stories about like witches with their bubbling like hags with their bubbling cauldrons.
It's like a simmering thick stew.
You kind of like like that kind of noise. And the sounds of wildlife are non-existent. You continue through the heavy woods, getting closer and closer to Hugle's home by the minute. Your carriage moves through to heavy and intertwined trees that almost resemble a gateway. So you know when trees kind of do that thing and their boughs meet and they get joined? You know what this is. It's called the Druid's Gate. Not magically important by any means, but it was a phenomena that happened seemingly as a blessing from the matron of the wilds, and the local belief is that passing through it brings good luck and good tidings. It's just a little folk lore thing that kind of happens around here. The thick intertwined tree bodies pass overhead of the horses and carriages, and what normally would be a resounding sense of peace becomes a resounding feeling of dismay as you begin to see what lies ahead. I'm going to go here. Yeah, there we go. Large craterous holes in the ground, while not uncommon in the wild, are still peculiar to find on a forest floor. Even more so when there is a liquid spewing forth from them. A heavy and intense heat radiates out from the black and bubbling craterous pools that permeate the floor of the forest. The popping and slapping of thick, hot goop echoing silently around you. Or slightly, sorry. The ground around the pits are covered in the telltale signs of decay and rot. Some trees around the outer edges are dripping with this liquid, though we use the term liquid very loosely. There are no animals here, no calls of ravens or crows, no chirping of insects, no buzzing or flapping of wings. There is simply you, the woods, and the sound of these pits. Anyone who would like to, make a perception check for me.
Oh, natural 20!
Jesus.
Sorry, I got excited. 25.
Dirty 20.
Did you get one as well? Fuck me!
Dirty 20.
27.
You know what that means.
There's another 31.
31. Hot. Oh yeah, favourite terrain, double proficiency.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Those who got over a 19, you can hear ever so faintly in the distance the sound of rustling and a wet, thumping current-like sound. Not dissimilar to what a river kind of sounds like, but almost like it's filled with this goo. And from all around you, almost like in a bit of a horror movie kind of aspect, you start hearing this voice radiate from around the edges of the forest. Who dares enter the grave of the woods? Who here has bravado and stupidity in spades to enter this place?
Now, from my knowledge of history, are we near where the Druids' Grove is? Mm-hmm. Have we entered the Druids' Grove, or are we just...
If you've entered the Druids' Grove, it looks nothing like what you've heard about.
Yeah.
But also the Druids' Grove's kind of off the path a little bit. Does if that make sense? So the fact that like you've crossed into something like that, you're like...
By my own understanding of the path, we shouldn't be...
Yeah, like you shouldn't be crossing any territory that's untravelled for you.
I stand up on the front of the wagon and loudly proclaim, I am a halfling of these realms. I am a... I am a grave cleric of the Queen of Corvus. This is both my home, and if it is a graveyard, then it is my sanctuary. Tell me who you are.
Laughing on the wind. A cleric of the grave. Oh, how quaint. You do nothing of the sort. All of you, you come through here. You do not protect. You do not grieve sanctuary. You maim, you destroy, you corrupt. And now I shall do the same unto
Tell me your name.
You need not know my name. Seeing my face will be enough. and there's an eruption of this piping hot black ooze that coalesces before you guys in front of the carriage, you know, like this absolute eruption. And you see this thin elven, definitely elven, long ears, but not like a pale elf, like a wood elf. But her skin is like that sickly jaundiced yellow, and she's covered in like wild skins and a bit of leather armor. She has this huge barbed staff, but from her waist down, what looks like a kind of kilt skirt kind of situation, it tapers off into living black ooze and bile. She is symbiotically connected with this thing. And then you hear the stamping of hoofs behind her in the distance. But we're going to get everyone to roll initiative. I'm going to go get a map.
Hey.
I'll be right back. Alrighty. So we might need to pull some of this stuff forward a little bit. We'll see how we go.
That's so much better than it was last time.
I know. Oh. I might use this opportunity to have a whiz.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, do you
got
want
it.
duck so
I'll just use the fuck out of this.
slack?
Here we go. There we go. Sammy did some cool goo stuff.
Good.
Goo. I didn't have it, Gilmore. Goo! Some fucking goo. We're gonna go.
Encroaching on your space.
Guys, just doing a wee whiz.
Doing a caca wee whiz.
Caca wee whiz.
No, that's alright. We'll get everyone to do their initiative rolls and all that sort of jazz.
Yep.
Let me just get me a list.
Roll from the 4.
Sorry?
Roll from the 4 and you
Oh,
roll.
what? Yeah. What was your perception?
It was like a 16.
That's fine. What is your initiative?
Oh, that's better. 16 again.
Oh,
Okay.
nat 20.
Yo!
Hell yeah.
Alright, keep your numbers on you.
Yep.
And I'll get them in a minute.
They're in my brain file.
I want to touch it.
Yeah, I was hoping it would actually be like
Resin.
gooey. Like gooey.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pop everyone next to the cart for now. Little Hugle. Is he small enough? He can be on there. Voyage. There. I'll put you guys all in a line, and Hugle. Actually, we'll put Hugle there. I want to give you guys kind of. You can either choose to move around and put yourself where you think you'd want to start, or you can just start from that line and just do what you got to do. But
Okay,
away
Hugo was meant to be anxious today, and for some reason I can't speak today. Like, just my brain's shut down.
Excellent.
Method acting.
Yeah, no, it was all on purpose, guys. I swear.
This combat might have to roll into the next episode. We'll see how we go for time.
How long have we been recording?
We're 153. So we might, if we put, but then again, you might get it in 4 rounds because that's the average length of combat. So we'll see how we go. You guys, thankfully.
Imagine how much hate and shit we'd get from people, and they're just like, "How fucking dare you end it after, like, before you even kill this bitch."
Well, yeah, maybe even because it's a long. I found that with the combat episodes, I might just run until the end and end the episode at the end of combat, and then come back and run it afterwards.
Because I need to, like, blow my nose hella freaking bad.
Well, do you want to go do it now then?
Nah, she's right.
It
It adds.
Midway through combat,
And
it's white slime.
It's like, it was me all along! I'm the goo queen.
Goo!
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Okay, did everyone roll initiative?
Yes.
Yes.
25 to 20.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
20.
23.
Oh!
So.
This is birthright.
Oh, wait, I gotta. That sucked.
The minis are out again. This map is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for building the goo, Seb.
Yeah, it looks fucking tight, man. Oh, what a setup, Jorja. What a setup.
Okay,
There's no one else there
So
yet.
Hugle,
I mean,
0. Did anyone else get 25 to 20?
20.
Who's got the higher dex of you two?
I think you do.
What's your modifier?
Mine's +4.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be 19 to 15.
19. I finally got over a double digit.
14 to 10. No. 9 to 5. What'd you get? Oh, that's right. Thank you. So you're going to be.
Maybe just like do like the dice roll like thing when I say.
They're all going to see the surprise very soon.
Actually, that is technically
That's not
incorrect.
bad, sorry.
So that would be.
I should celebrate.
There we go. Okay, I found my own error. Okay, so we can go there. Beautiful. So this is where she appears.
Bitch.
Damn! Smash.
The
Bang.
not that you guys would ever get the name, but she's called the Grave Witch.
Ooh.
I named it after a song from Rose Funeral because I really like that band. There are several diseases that you will get smashing this elf lady. Alrighty, that's going to be.
I have fewer disease, I think.
That's gonna,
Yeah,
Shut up. That's going to be Hugle with 0 on deck. Very, very topical that you're the one to start the combat off. It's just in the theme, you know. He just understood the assignment.
It was meant to be.
Well,
Can I pee myself?
seeing as my faith was just insulted, I'm going to go straight to 4th level Guardian of Faith,
Word.
which we don't have a model for yet. Do you want me to throw?
You can use your crows if you want. Yeah, for
throw
sure.
this down for
Yeah.
now.
This is sick, dude.
Right next to them, we're using the crow's model, but what you see is a large spectral Queen of Corvus, essentially.
Oh, that's sick.
Appears, and Dex 14 saving throw.
Okay.
Manifesting a bad roll.
That's a nat 20 for a 28.
Oof.
Oh, my new Ruider's dice too. Thank you. How dare you?
So still will take 10 radiant points of damage,
Oh, that's still pretty good.
and I have to track how much damage it does.
Oh, that's right, because after a certain amount of damage it goes away.
Yeah.
So how much damage, sorry?
10 radiant.
Beautiful.
Oh no, we can see it. Oh, good.
Alrighty, good. So, the spectral Queen of Corvus lands, and from her hands, she summons like a swarm of like radiant ravens, and then brings them down on top of the Grave Witch. And there's a moment where she like puts her staff into the ground, and like they pass through her because she still gets damaged. But she puts her staff, and then as she stands up, she's like burning from like the radiant damage that's passed through her body, and she goes, "Using animals against me, I'm one with the woods, you fool." And the oil in her waist begins to bubble around, all that sort of stuff.
Bitch.
Hughes mad today. He's spicy little dude.
Hugle is in a different,
He's-
he's in a weird state.
Because he's short, he's close to hell.
It's
All
always
right,
big
anything else, my boy?
Um,
Oh, by the way, she's hovering off the ground. Her feet don't touch. The goo keeps her aloft.
Hugle will 1, 2, 3 move to the side,
Beautiful. And that's your turn?
and that's my turn.
Alrighty. 0 with Voyage on deck.
All right. She's gonna pull out both of her
Pepper boxes? Hell yeah.
and then I'm also gonna do a dazing shot.
Okay.
That is. Let me just double check. That is a 23 to hit on the first one.
That's going to hit. Hang on. What am I doing?
She needs to make a con save for that one, please. It's DC 15.
Would never work. Okay. So that's going to hit DC 15 to save con.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 19.
19. Yep. Bet. All right. No worries.
I homebrewed this entire stat block too, so we'll see how we go.
No, not my inspiration.
No!
Okay, so that's 7 piercing damage on that first shot.
Okay, and that... Yep.
Oh, I miss on the second shot, and then I'm going to action surge.
Of course you are.
Um,
Do it to him! Luda! Oh, well, a bit scandalous.
Action surge gives me an additional action, so that means I've got another 2 attacks,
Yes.
right? Yes. Okay, that's better. That's a 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna do it.
Yep, alright. That's 12 piercing damage.
Yep.
And then that's a 23 to hit
That's
on the
gonna
next
hit.
one. Yep. And then that's... I'm doing math. That's 13 piercing damage.
Okay. So that becomes... So you find you're so confident in your ability to kill shit that you're just like, easy. And they're definitely hitting, but you find it seems that the damage that your guns are doing aren't hitting the same as the damage that his magic was doing.
Yeah, you definitely hear like a...
She fuck you, throws the guns away. Just decides to go and punch this elf in the mouth.
Don't turn me off, fucking might.
Is there anything else you want to do, Mike?
Negatory Star Commander.
Alright, you don't want to move?
No, I don't want to go near her.
Fair
until
enough.
she agrees to a dinner date.
Voyage, that's going to be you with Zeph on deck.
So I'm gonna start off with my bonus action and cast Hail of Thorns.
Absolutely.
Just have that on hand, ready to go, and then I'm gonna unload several rounds.
Okay.
Get him, magic users. Get him. No, fuck. So, quick math. That's a 25.
That's going to hit.
Beautiful. So, Dog is also helping.
Mm-hmm.
Because Dog is just always out by base.
Yep. Oh, gotta put dog out. Where is he?
Where'd you put him?
Oh, and Pat. Pat's going to be out too.
Hell yeah.
Can I get a DC 14 dex save?
Let me get the dog out first.
Yeah.
Possum cat the out there.
Do you want to put him
Possum
where he
cat.
needs
Possum cat.
to? Possum cat.
And it's...
Black and white cat.
Yeah.
So...
Possum cat.
And it's black and white cat.
No, it is black and white, they, them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. I've lost my pen. My pen is gone.
Good.
Thank you, sir. And what was the roll to hit, sorry?
DC 14 dex.
Oh, save. Right. Have you done the damage yet?
Not yet.
That is going to be a 19.
19, so you pass.
Possum
So,
cat with a
1
sheen
damage
and
for that.
Wow. You proud of yourself?
pat. Not really. Probably gonna cry myself to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Fuck. I should be better. This fucking folder just keeps undoing itself, and it's really starting to bug me. Like, look at it. It's just, I did that by itself. I don't fucking give
It
up.
hates you.
Everyone does.
This is what you get for throwing this bitch at us.
So the first shot was 19 damage total, which takes into account the half damage on Hail of Thorns already.
Thank you for doing that for me.
The second shot's a natural 20.
Is it just?
Kill this fucking bitch.
Obliteration. Jesus.
17 on the second shot.
17 damage.
Yep. 17 plus 6. Sorry, I forgot to count the
Dog.
23.
23. Not including Dog. Dog already used his reaction. It's the plus on the weapon itself. I keep forgetting that.
Yep. So what was the total? 23?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
Because I'm not good at math myself. Okay, she's still standing. She's not looking too bad. And you guys gonna move? Alright. Is there
It should be
anything
roughly
else?
20. No, that's all I'm doing.
Okay, at the edge of your turn, she's going to use her first villain action, and she's going to make one ranged attack against a target she can see. She can see all of you. Yes?
Don't worry, it's okay.
Okay. That is going to be... So you watch as she reaches forth from the bile that pours out from her waist and picks up a handful of it, seemingly doing no effect to her, and is going to hurl it at... Who would she hurl it between the two of you? Because you both fucked her up pretty hard.
I'll take the pussy juice, brother.
Just because you said that. That's going to be 19 to hit.
19 to hit.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Yeah, they're his. They're his.
Okay. 14 points of acid damage as the bile hits you in the chest and begins to burn. Now, thankfully, it's not like normal acid where you've got to wipe it off because this one's a ranged attack. It loses its mass as it flies through the air, but hits you square on the chest and just flies off, but it fucking burns bad. Really badly.
Tickles, brother.
Alrighty, but that was her first villain action, so that's gone. That is going to be Zeph.
I am going to... Basically, I want to try and like get in between the horses sort of thing and kind of like hide from her periphery.
Hide betwixt the horses, me lord.
Yeah. So then that way I can throw things and hopefully get that sneak attack.
Let me just... Sorry, give me a second. This fucking folder is giving me the fight of a lifetime. Oh, I've given up hope. There we go. I'm gonna say... I'm gonna be realistic. I don't think that would work. Hiding between the horses.
Well, just hide in general. I rolled a 25 on stealth.
Fuck you, that's fair. Okay.
Fuck you!
So you're just like, up the horse's ass.
Out its mouth!
An arm comes out, just throws it down.
Fuck you, bitch. Alright.
There's only enough room for one.
So that gives me advantage because I'm hidden.
Hidden attacker.
Yeah.
It'd be like Ace Ventura when he's coming out the run.
That's what I was thinking.
The miracle of birth is so incredible.
Alright, so that is 18 to hit.
That is... You know what? She is going to use her reaction to... Where the fuck is it? Oh my god. Reaction preservation. The floating tar around her shoots up in like a volcano and she gets +5 to her AC, turning it into a miss. Basically the shield spell. She only gets it until the start of her next turn.
Are you gonna take that?
But I'm hidden, brother.
Wait, hidden?
Yeah.
But it's still, you have to hit her AC. And even though it's hidden, she can, reactions are weird like that because it's like, no, you know what? I'll be fair. You are hidden. Unseen attacker is a thing. Normally battle sense gets a bit wonky. I'll give it to you. You can take it.
That's what I fucking thought.
Bartering. This crazy thing.
No, I know. Sometimes I have to think about it. You know, I'd rather you guys ask me and then make me actually dwell on it. Otherwise, I do dumb shit.
Yeah.
No.
If I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you fairly.
No such thing as dumb shit. No, that was also a fair call on your behalf with the shield.
If I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you fairly.
Yeah. But you've been fair regardless.
I would have respected that if I was visible.
Yep, fair enough.
Yeah.
Now, remind me, are you using Assassinate?
I'm using sneak attack. Because she's already made a turn.
She
so
hasn't made a turn. She had a villain action. Her actual turn hasn't gone yet. But the reason I ask is I'm just going to let you know right now. if you are going to roll it, don't even bother rolling the poison damage.
I'm not gonna worry about poison.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go straight up sneak.
Alright, cool.
Sneaky snake. Alright.
Snake is
How many do I need? So I got 4.
I'm a sneaky little snake.
I love you.
Bunga bunga.
I'm so glad you're getting uses out of all those extra D6s I've accumulated.
That's 20 damage.
Oh, wow.
You shouldn't die, bitch.
She's still looking okay. There is a dagger sticking out of her ribcage, which really sucks.
It's
But-
a ghost dagger.
Oh, it's a ghost
Oh,
dagger.
hold on. That is actually, apologies, that is 24 damage. I keep forgetting, like Bailey, to add the
math?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to add the extra.
That's okay. She's still looking okay by this point. She seems to be... There's definitely a... Wait, hang on. It was a ghost dagger, but you didn't get the poison damage. Oh, well, no, but they're magical, don't worry.
Yeah.
Thank you. Alright, don't worry about it. So that is aces, that goes through. You hurl the ghost dagger through. It cuts through that weird tar like that she has over her body, and you watch as like it sizzles and then it like dissipates and it reappears in your hand again. And she looks down, she goes, huh. And you like watch as like the blood begins to like boil in her hand and it turns black like instantly, like just everything she touches corrodes.
With Pat, I'm not gonna get him to attack or anything like that. What I'll do is I'll get him to kind of retreat closer to the caravan.
That's fine. I need you to roll a D. Can you just check on the in one of the 3 sheets? There's a thing about accumulating fury, I believe, or rage. He has to roll like a D4 or something for every combatant that's on the field. I think is what that is. So,
Rampage.
yeah, it tells you at the beginning of the turn they get like a number of points accumulated. I think it's like you roll a D4 or something.
It's 10 ferocity or more. I'll get you to read it.
Yeah, hang on, because what happens is when they've got enemy combatants on the field, what's the other sheet, sorry?
There's ferocity there.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's it.
Ferocity. Companions are dangerous creatures, though often more docile than their wild counterparts. They aren't fully domesticated. Each companion's ferocity is a measure of their blah, blah, blah. If a companion isn't incapacitated at the start of their caregiver's turn, their ferocity increases by 1d4 plus the number of enemy companions, the enemies the companion can see. So 1d4 plus 1. And basically on his skill sheet, it tells you how much ferocity you can spend and he gets special little abilities.
Yeah.
But once he hits 10 at the start of a turn, he goes into a rampage.
So that's 4 total.
Okay, so once he hits 5, we'll have a problem. But you can spend it on his turn and he can get rid of it.
Alright.
For the next time. Beautiful. That's going to be what happens.
Would you say those trees behind where Voyage is 120 feet from the witch?
Where's my stick? That's 120 feet, right? No, that's 60 feet. So 2 of these.
So easy.
So from where Voyage is?
From behind the trees where Voyage
Oh,
is.
so that's 60. Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
So from behind the trees, like a glowing, radiant ball of energy shoots out towards the witch. It's like the color of a healthy meadow. And it's not gonna hit. That's an 11.
An 11, unfortunately, no.
Please, it's such a cool comment.
Sure.
That's an inspiration token right
I'm
there.
gonna use it now. That's a little bit better. It's a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah. That'll do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me transfer that. I appreciate it.
I let him do it for everyone else. I wouldn't let it happen.
Okay, and that's 3, 6. That's 9 points of radiant damage, but the light sort of lingers around it, like vines wrapping, and it's sort of highlighting all the weak points where along the witch. So the next hit has advantage. And then if I'll walk however far forward I need to be within 60 feet of it, and spiritual weapon is going to get back as a bonus action.
You're going to pop up
Yes.
right behind Voyage. If you want to describe what she looks like.
Yay! A little blonde halfling comes out. It's pretty young, about 24 years old. Sort of golden, like strawberry blonde hair, amber eyes, freckles, and she looks mildly disturbed at what she is seeing. And she's sort of looking around, gauging the situation, is like, that's a problem. And so yeah, spiritual weapon is going to appear.
Okay,
And
so
you're gonna
we'll,
go to hit.
we'll pop you pop up behind Voyage there. There
Yeah.
she is.
Line of sight. Can I see?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I believe it.
Okay. Hold on. So okay, I'm gonna roll hit. 14.
14 to hit. It doesn't hit.
That's okay.
I
Either-
don't have another spiritual weapon. Can we use your little trail Hugle maybe? I did have the other one, but it came off its base. I got a super glue back.
Yeah. I will say what everyone does see is like giant spectral gardening shears.
Oh,
Like pruning shears.
stop!
And they go for a snipe, but they like get like stuck in the tar and don't quite
Land.
land.
Absolutely. Alrighty. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, I think that's it for now.
Alrighty. Well, because she rolled a 9, now begins the Grave Witch. No one's within 10 feet of her, so they don't have to worry about that. She is going to... after your turn, because she's coming up, after your turn, you watch as she erupts into a column of ichor, and she reappears out of that one there, and is going to... I should have had this out beforehand, but I'm not that intelligent. The fuck? Where's all my 15-foot cones going? Cone. It's never not funny to me. Cone.
Reggie joke.
Yep. She wants to get in.
Not the horses!
Again.
My money!
Zeph's just like,
Both of you. Can I get both of you to make dexterity saves? Fuck on the fucking damn it! I should never fucking do it to you, but I do it anyway.
Oh, natural 20. Brings up to 24.
Hot damn.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so that's gonna be.
What is the horse's dex?
Someone can roll for the horses.
I rolled so good that they should just be on my roll. Because I rolled a natural
What did you get? A
20.
natural 20?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just let it happen.
I
So-
love winning in the morning!
So horses, they're gonna take half of this damage.
Still probably gonna die.
No!
Spare the dying, spare the dying.
I'm ready.
I will give horse CPR. No, not
Pigeon and rat.
21 points of damage, halved to 10 for those who succeeded, and 21 for anyone who failed, which obviously they didn't. So the horses, I feel like the draft horses have like kind of decent HP.
Oh, can you? Enough.
Can someone look that up for me real
Yeah.
quick?
No.
Nah. But that's what she does there. And that's her action. She wanted to go for where a lot of the damage was coming from and didn't really do a lot. But
Yep.
that is going to be
19 hit points.
19. So they're on 9 hit points each at this point in time. If you had failed that, the substance actually would have stayed on you and you would have to spend an action to get it off while it continues to burn. So, fun fact.
Absolutely not.
There's not a lot else she can do, but that is going to be back to the top of initiative, and that is going to be Hugle.
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 Shooketh.
He's rattled. You both are so lucky. So lucky.
No one probably is looking at Hugle, but anyone that is sees him sort of throw up in his own mouth a little bit. And go bright red. Alright, focus. And
I'm going to throw a... Where were we? Guiding bolt. So he grabs his necklace, pulls down a purple bolt of lightning onto them.
18 to hit.
That would hit, but she's going to spend a reaction to use the tar shield. She gets a +5 to her AC until the beginning of her next turn.
Then no good.
Because I think she's realizing that everyone here is kind of fucking really stacked, and she doesn't want to cop any more of that shit. Anything else you want to do?
Hugle will move over
25. Yep.
next to his...
His guardian.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
Nothing else I can do.
Alrighty. She's going to spend her second villain action, because I realised one of these I should have gotten rid of. So she's just going to do the She's only got one left, actually. This will be the last one. She's going to make a ranged attack against you, because you just tried to hit her with the guiding bolt. It's going to be... Where is it? You are so lucky. I'm so lucky. It's an 11.
Yeah, nah.
So a bit of like this huge ball of like black steaming hot ooze throws over you. It's like hits one of the trees, and you watch as it like begins to melt and destroy the tree. Absolutely, that is going to be 0 with Voyage on deck.
What do we got? 5, 10, 15, 20, and I'm just gonna pop off.
Mm-hmm.
That is 21 to hit on the first shot.
That's going to miss. Her AC's at 22 until the start of her next turn.
For fuck's sakes. Alright, well, I'm going to spend a grit point.
Grit point. Get that on a soundboard. Just some text and dude saying grit point every time 0 does it.
I'm going to do a dazing shot.
Okie dokie.
Sorry, not dazing shot, Deadeye shot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, both of them were 5s. Forget it.
Yeah, so you're just waiting for that. You're waiting for an opening in that, like that furious swirling of black ooze, and you just can't find a purge. You think you've got one, you pop a shot off, and the bullet gets lodged in the tar and melts away.
I reckon they miss because she's kind of like distractedly like looking over her shoulder, like, get it together, Hugle! What's wrong with you? she's like looking over, like,
Trying to reload, like not looking. I cannot punish you and drive at the same time. I need you to hit yourself.
yes.
Absolutely. That's going to be...
Hugle's got like a sweat. He's red.
He's sweating, and he's not near the goo. That's going to be Voyage with Zeph on deck.
Can I prepare 2 arrows and hold until I see an opening with the shield?
You want to hold your action until the shield drops,
Yep.
which is at the beginning of her turn. Yep.
I'm so sorry. Was that advantage still on from Georgia's?
No, it didn't.
Damn it!
Wait, no, it did hit, didn't it?
It did.
It did, yes. Next hit
Don't
on
worry.
it.
No, I missed
Oh.
it. Don't worry.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. You can do that. It'll be the beginning of her next turn, so right at the end.
I'm missing
Okay.
with my thing too.
Yeah.
Alright, so Voyage is going to hold. 2 arrows notched. Zeph, that's you with the mysterious stranger on deck.
We said he had 4 ferocity points
He has 4 ferocity right now, yeah.
at the moment.
And his level would be 5th level.
Remember, it's advantage.
Yeah, Pat can get advantage on it.
as your forefathers did.
Because the mini, I picked the mini because he's very cute, but he is an adolescent owlbear, so he's a little bit burlier than that.
Just having a
Maybe
look.
like 2 or 3 more months and he'll be full size.
Yeah.
So like 6 years in our game?
They grow up so fast.
No, like in
It's
game.
2 weeks in game.
No, like
So
6 years of
far.
us playing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
3 now.
Yeah, true. We did.
Excuse me. Just to show you guys, because I think you're like, that's what he'll turn into.
That's a
See,
big
like,
fucking bear.
He's a what the fucking owlbear,
He's a
dude?
big boy.
He's a big boy, big boy.
2 or 3
Why
heroes
is
fall.
standing like he
7
pays
years
taxes
old.
and shit?
Gotta look the biggest muscle.
Why are you standing like he's a tax-paying man? What the fuck?
What the fuck? Sit your ass down. What do you want to do, Zeph?
Kill him dead, sweetie.
Because he goes on your turn, you can get him to move first. You can move him in for sneak attack. You can do all that good stuff.
Because what I was gonna do is the violent attack, but you said she has like a 21 AC at the moment.
She has 21. Yeah.
21 AC.
Which I believe with Pat at what he is now, with his current level, he could only hit on a nat 20, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, he does have his little bonus action that gives you stuff.
Yeah. If I don't try, I won't know if I'll succeed, brother.
You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
That's exact manifest.
Alright.
Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun.
am going to use
Eye of the tiger.
violent attack,
Yep.
which uses 2 of his ferocity points.
Yep, so he's gonna rush forward.
Yeah, in hopes that I can essentially push it back another, obviously it's only 5 feet,
Yep.
just to get it further away from the horses.
So that's what his violent attack does. It shoves the Grave Witch out of the way.
Yeah, so
right.
it says on hit, the attack deals an extra PB damage, and the owlbear can move the target 5 feet in any direction.
Absolutely, so roll the hit. With advantage.
The tagger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Come on. You have any leftover inspiration from a previous session?
Spend that shit.
I'll collect that coin
Yeah,
too. Yeah, I'll
yeah.
collect these.
Alright,
I'll collect that coin.
one more.
Dear.
One more.
Once you've been
Got one
sliced, forgetting
shot.
one mechanic, you suddenly remember them all.
Exactly.
Opportunity.
I'll
So,
always win.
That means I get to roll them both again.
Yes.
Yes.
That's how I treat it. It's you're re-rolling the exact same roll as before.
Come on, don't fuck on us. Maybe if I'll look away.
Stare directly at it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, don't get too excited yet because I gotta figure out how much for the attack. Because I forget what PB.
Proficiency bonus.
Proficient.
Which should be 3 for you.
Yes. So. Meets it or beats it?
Meets it, beats it.
Alright,
What
I
time
quit.
is that?
It's
Can I
just
see
too
it?
fucking stressful. My heart rate's too high up. Motherfucker. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
228 and 10 seconds.
So this little owlbear runs forward and with a swift headbutts this druid in the stomach and sends her back 5 feet away from him.
So it'd be slashing damage, so 1d6 plus the proficiency
1d6
bonus.
plus 3.
I'll take that one, thank you. That's
Sure.
9.
Absolutely.
That's 9 points of damage.
She's now looking bloodied. If this was 4th edition, she'd be bloodied.
My boy!
And stands up. He stands up a little bit and you realise he's got some size to him. He's a tall little dude.
I'll befriend him well. Alright,
Sit down, boy.
can I hold his bonus action or just the actions?
You can only hold actions,
Alright.
yeah.
No whackers. What I'll do
I knew bringing a companion was going to be like a fun little thing.
is I'll get him to I'll get him to give a hoot because unfortunately I can't get him to give it to you because it's only for the caregiver.
Totally fair, man. You hustle. You hustle.
And that's temp hit points. And so that'll be 8 temp hit points.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
8 temporary
Alright.
hit points.
I'll take those, and then my turn.
Alrighty. Mysterious stranger. Your
It's
turn.
my turn.
Oh, it's your turn. That's right. Sorry, I
my
lied.
turn.
I forgot. I keep forgetting it's two separate things.
Now
I will learn eventually.
I will.
Man,
bonus
the board
action.
changed drastically in that first round.
I'll bonus action hide again, and what I'll
Okay.
do is I'll basically come around to this area, so it's kind of like we'll come from behind of it and then
Yeah.
throw the dagger sort of thing.
I would say if you, I'll just give you so.
Even if I roll
10.
back into it,
Oh, you can roll back into the car, yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
shoot
then
out
roll
from
back,
the door.
yeah.
Absolutely, I'd allow that.
all right,
Yeah, that's cool as hell. How very fizzerolly of you.
yeah.
Manifest.
Manifest.
Yes! Well done. Well
Natural
done.
motherfucking 20.
Yeah, that was
So animated tonight, I love it.
All right. So that's double everything, correct?
That's double everything.
I need some dice, please.
You need
Send your kids
sixes.
to camp.
So, I'll count the original ones that I need. So for sneak attack, I need 4. So I'll need another 4 from someone else. So I've got. Oh, thank you, Skye. So I've got 3.
I got another one if you need it.
There we go.
Give me all the juices. So I've got. That's just sneak attack.
What else do you need?
I need another one for my normal attack.
Do you want dog energy or voyage energy?
Voyage energy. Alright. Through the power of friendship, I command thee, witch dead.
I command thee, die, bitch!
28.
28.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And that's with the ghost daggers and just normal sneak attack.
So that's just. Sorry, I need to remember to math. So that is technically 32.
Yep. Excellent.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
Well played. What a round. Anything else you want to do, my dear?
Decrease my heart rate.
Okay, sit this next one out.
Yeah, no, I think that's all I can do because I already used my
Yeah.
bonus action first half.
My retainer.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that'll be our mysterious stranger.
That's it. Going with another guarding bolt.
Uh-huh.
Throwing at it. Okay, it's a 17 plus 9 is a 26 to hit.
Yes, excellent.
And it's about the second level.
Second level, my lord.
More damage.
Second level, my lord.
Number 2, Milos.
Number three, my lord. Number 3, my lord.
Okay.
Like
so
the
that's
line of here.
5 plus 8 is 13.
13 damage.
13 radiant damage. And then, spiritual weapon. Spiritual weapon.
Are you gonna break the curse?
Yes, I am. 13 plus 9 to hit. So
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, that means it. Meets it or beats it.
It's a 1d8 plus 3.
Some clerics.
1d8 plus 4. That's 6 of them. That's 6 points.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna take a few steps forward, I think.
Okay, it's only just. So you do link up next to Voyage, or
How far do you want to go?
Yeah, I might have like a 5 foot gap.
Yeah.
It's like,
So like
I don't want to spook
5,
him.
10.
That'll work.
Successfully
Yep.
spooks him anyway. This is.
Fuck.
Mysterious stranger. Should Voyage roll a history check? Because Voyage has seen a certain painting that I've shown.
Yeah. Roll a history check.
You're right.
You guys have been harsh.
They have been cruel.
That is a 13.
No, I think in this moment it's just not. You're like, I'll deal with this in a minute, and then you turn back. Now, it is now the Grave Witch's turn. You may roll to take your attacks if you like, because
Grave bitch.
Grave kind of shit in this metaphysical dimension.
Also, I forgot advantage again because of the guarding bolt.
We love that.
We have
So
to stay on top of
25
those.
on the first.
I forget all
Yep.
the time.
Fuck it, I'll just roll for the second.
I can't remember if they allow you to roll both attacks or not, but we'll just do it. I have to look that up.
Whichever works best for us, I think we just...
An 11 on the
I
second.
second that.
So second misses, first hits.
First hits. So, one of the D6s is radiant damage. Do you need me to specify how much that is?
No.
Cool.
So luckily for you, all of your damage is magical damage, so nothing matters.
I'm still concentrating on Hail of Thorns.
Yep.
Oh.
25.
25 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. She's looking not good now by this point. A lot of attacks coming from a lot of different directions. She's not quite sure what she wants to do.
Don't hit it with the hook.
Die.
Spit on that thing.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
It worked well. Yeah, you're not
Spit on that thing, you know?
It's just gonna have to be the usual now. I'm gonna get Dog to give it the hot tour.
Yeah. Is that all for your turn?
Yep.
Alrighty. Now it's the Grave Witch. I'm just reading something here. Okay, I'm just checking.
Hit me! Hit me!
It's not even that. It's because the big spell that she wants to. I have to wait till your turn. No, you know what? What's the range on that? 120 feet. Yep, she's going to do that. She reaches a hand out and looks to you specifically, Hugle, and says, "A cleric of the grave. How adorable. Let me show you what a real death looks like." And from the ground and pulls up a wall of pure necroses. Pure death energy from the very fucking ground itself. I'm just going to use my wall of fire minis for this point. I was just going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh.
We'd have it's on the
25,
pitch.
30. 35, 40. Can you put that back up, please?
The wall has fallen. It's over.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And cuts this giant. It's 60 feet long, 20 foot high, 1 foot thick. It is opaque, but it's just this constant swirling of necrotic energy. And this side of the wall is going to be the side that's facing out. So it misses Pat, but it gets you, and then everyone else on the opposing side because you're within 10 feet of it.
Thank God.
On this side of the wall. Okay, so I need you all, anyone on the damage side of the wall, so Zeph, Petunia, Voyage, and Dog, I need you all to make Constitution saving throws, please. It's going to be, you want to beat a DC 17.
Oh, a natural 18.
Oh, there you go. So you're going to take half of this.
Damn.
Fuck!
I win, but I still lose.
Playing a game of whack fuck over here. Whack fuck! So did anyone beat 17? No? You didn't beat it? What did you get, Voyage?
Hang on 2 seconds.
You're all good. I'm going to roll some damage.
Still there. There's a hair in there.
And a bear as well.
But
Yeah, people with games and stories to tell. So did you?
We both fail.
Okay, so if you fail, you take 17 points of necrotic damage,
Wow.
or half as much on a success, which that would be
8.
8, rounded down, yeah. And then she, some of her wounds begin to close as she gains some. So that becomes 17 plus 17 So she, you see, she gains some life back after burning through some necrotic energy. She gains some HP back. She's still not looking good, but she's up nonetheless. And she does need to roll to see if she gets her breath weapon back, which she doesn't because she sucks. Okay, cool. That was her highest level spell for the day, and there is nothing else she can do. That is going to go back to the top of initiative. That is going to be Hugle with 0 on deck. Bully my fucking witch.
Hugle pushes past 0.
And gets decapitated by the shears.
Don't you fucking hurt her!
Ooh.
And what you will see, but probably no one else will, but isn't on this, I guess, that darkness around his eyes again, and the guiding bolt that shoots from his hand, the much darker magic, trying to hit.
Go for it.
Her. 17 plus 6.
That's going to do it.
So that's 3rd level guiding bolt, which is...
She can't use her reaction for that shield. 'Cause she used it for the hit
66.
points. She used it for the hit
Oh,
points.
fuck yeah. Fuck
66?
her up. End her fucking day.
6, 12, 14...
You're going to have to tell your therapist all about this one, honey.
17 radiant damage.
17. Hot damn. Hachi machi.
Was that a guiding bolt?
Yeah, so advantage for whoever goes next.
Incredible.
Kills
Anything else you
zero.
want to do?
Got no more for bonus. I've used my movement to kind of charge ahead. And anyone looking, Google's gone from being the normal timid, shy, hide back to almost this like protective anger has come over him as he's charged forward.
Ooh.
With a stay away from her, you bitch moment.
Hell yeah. we love strong independent women on spaceships.
He's got his Ripley energy going.
Yeah, I
right
love
now.
that. That's going to be 0 with Voyage on deck.
As Hugle kind of like pushes ahead, she goes shit, but can like see that he's on a bit of a mission, so she provides him cover by literally shooting over his head.
I feel like Zero's got such pinpoint accuracy that she like shaves the little bits of hair off the top of Hugle's head to like make sure she gets the
It
shot.
goes through one of his curls.
That's a 22 to hit on the first one.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Yeah, sure did.
Oh, not that it's gonna fucking do much. That is 8 piercing damage.
Aye, aye, Captain.
We got that is a 24 to hit on the next one.
Oh yeah, that's going to get the job done.
And that is a 14 piercing damage on the second shot.
Well done. Mighty hit indeed.
I'm just gonna. I don't think I do, but kind of for like her bonus action, can I taunt?
Sure.
I really want her focusing on putting that damage on me and not Hugle. So I'm going to actually kind of like step off maybe like 5, 10, 15, 20. And as she's kind of like walking and like taking the shots, she'll just be like taunting her and calling out to her.
Absolutely.
Especially considering she's been hit twice now, she'll be like, is that the best you fucking got? It's not even an inch!
I definitely think that she looks at this little owlbear like getting ready to raise her barbed staff, and it's like and like gets shot in the back, turns around. A traitor, it seems. And turns around and turns around to fucking give you a bit of casual elven racism on a fucking Sunday, mate. Don't worry about it. Anything else, my love?
Negatory.
Voyage.
Alright, I would like to command Dog. He knows what to do with small people when they're stuck in a poor range situation.
Uh-huh.
He scoops them up and he takes them up and away.
Oh, because he can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, is he picking up the mysterious stranger?
Yep.
Do you let him pick you up?
Yeah.
They didn't clock me, so they must be an ally.
Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yep.
How much does he have?
He's got 20 more.
I would say you can get straight over. Because that actually probably put you about there. Otherwise, you can stay up in the air.
I'd probably say he stays airborne,
Okay.
purely for the fact that, hey, You are now over here.
So what we're going to do is we're gonna,
Look how tall you are now.
we're gonna put that there. Oh no. Oh no. And
Voyage is dead.
Petunia is going to go underneath there to
Yeah.
symbolise that she's being carried.
by dog.
When Pig starts like, oh, you're friendly.
Yep, and I'm just gonna kind of move out of range so I don't keep copping damage from the wall.
Yep, absolutely.
And start making my way towards the carriage.
Okay.
So that'd be. It's hard to tell when there's no squares.
What do you got?
So I was about here. I
That'd
got
be 10.
30 feet.
10. So you got 20.
Well,
So
yeah,
you were there.
I was there,
Yeah.
so
So at the 6.
yeah. So I'm like,
Pulling right up next to Zeph. This is fucked, right?
sorry, microphone.
Shit, Anything else?
I'm gonna cure wounds.
Yep.
Just on my walk, just. She'd be right. A little bit of necrotic damage never hurt no one.
Goes all the way across the globe. Solus drops his newspaper. My boots. He's like, absolutely.
Math.
Okay, you can add that. Is that going to be your turn? Zeph, that's going to be you.
Alright.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Let me just...
No, you just keep
No.
Don't even worry about it.
Lucky, keep going.
And that's what I fucking thought.
Don't tempt him. You know what? Fuck you, dog.
yeah, you want to see how much fucking damage this shit does? What about this?
I'm gonna fucking pull my big purple on and sock.
Leave me alone! I will command my boy to kind of go to the right, so kind of weaving,
Through the horses?
yeah,
All out.
just letting him get out of range of her, so then Zero can do her shit, he won't get hit, all that jazz, and Zeph will go through the cart out the other side.
There is a window. I'll allow it. So
Yeah.
that we're gonna go.
So that can be my
10?
whole 30 feet.
Yeah, I think so.
Because the amount of climbing and shit I have to do.
The camera pans through from right to left as you're like...
And so like jumps through, barrel rolls, jumps out, lands. Yeah. I don't know if I can see her from where I'm standing.
I would allow it. I think you can see over the horses, absolutely.
Alright, and I am just going to throw another ghost dagger because I got nothing else.
Absolutely.
And that's with advantage. Thank you, Hugle.
Hugle.
Another natural fucking 20.
Fuck off.
I am not kidding. Literally, Gosrick, Zeph. Both of them.
Fucking. And what is it? Now kiss. Roll your damage, you fuck. Send your kids to camp. There is a very real possibility you might end this with that.
Alright.
I'll actually be shocked if you don't.
Would you consider her and dog within about 5-ish
No.
feet? No.
Dog's above her about
Alright.
20 feet in the air.
Alright. You know what? Would you allow me to roll for sneak?
Absolutely. Roll your high check.
So that is 23.
Oh yeah, her. She's got a really high passive, and she has true sight. But you beat both of them.
Alright, beautiful. Thank you. Now I get the sneak attack. Alright, so that is another 8d6.
Take a level in Paladin so you can get Divine Smites too. Change some d8s in there.
So that is 6, 7.
By the end of this campaign, I want to see
Thank you,
everyone. I want to see the fighter, and the
8.
rogue, and the ranger doing like 100 and something damage a turn.
And then...
Fuck, don't think it's possible.
No, it can be. It can be done.
Guns don't scale like that.
I get 2.
No, let me work on it. Let me figure it out.
Do you need more?
No, I'm just trying to think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that mean I also get 2 for the actual damage of the weapon as well?
What do you mean?
So like because
Yeah,
it's
so your D6 for your dagger becomes 2D6.
I didn't roll that last time. That's alright. I'll make up for
You
it this
only
time.
add the math once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make up for it this time.
Oh my god. Oh my days.
That's a nice sound.
Heinous.
That there was a violation.
I know you said heinous.
You heard anus, didn't you?
Glad I wasn't the only
Oh, my
one.
lawyer.
What do you mean? What do you mean I've died? The Egyptians believed that the most important thing you could do was die.
with your life was die.
Fucking stunning.
That is 42 points of damage.
Ooh-hoo-hoo. Zeph, what does it look like as you put down the Grave Witch?
So, barrel roll comes out, just does this kind of like a slide as they've got traction, and a ghost dagger kind of appears, and then it's just this smoke, and it just goes really fast, and you get that whistle, like one of those like 40 things.
The Aztec death whistle
Yeah.
kind of vibe, yeah.
And then Zeph just goes
Yeah, but an Aztec death whistle.
straight for the side of the head.
Ooh, it's mid-turn when she's turning to like face zero from taunting her, and you see like there's like green burning fire out of her eyeballs, like she's ready to go. And then almost like when a car battery runs out, zero, she goes to turn to you and the dagger lands on an angle through her temple and the fire instantly just goes out. And she goes limp, hits the deck, and just begins to melt into a puddle of rot and tar.
End of combat.
End of combat. We come out
Well
of
done, everyone.
We come out of initiative. What happens now? Oh, thank you.
It's the
I'll still
motherfucking
play with
what's
it in the
going on
air.
with dog, and they're still up in the air. Like, you've got command of dog at this point.
Wait, look. At this point, I think it's like, wait, he's got the wrong tiny person. So what's Dog gonna do? He's gonna go to the right tiny person.
Oh no.
So, dog, his shoulder buckles. His shoulder buckles, and you like quickly grab onto his scales as he lands, and with a bit of a rough landing, and then you look up.
Hugle will run straight to you. Are you okay? And like, there's this like, you guys have never seen Hugle so like rosy cheeked and like just blushing and anxious, but sees you tumble, doesn't know what's happened there, just runs straight up. Are you okay?
Can I roll the hit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
It's not grand.
Quickly, who else got an inspiration?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, no, a 13's not gonna hit, is it?
I'll let it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you do?
Oh, he wouldn't even dodge it. He's just gonna let it happen.
My strength's a -1, so she
It's
goes,
like a.
she goes to throw it, but last minute still pulls her punch.
I deserve that.
Yeah, you fucking do. What, you're back? Speak.
I guess.
What does that mean?
I'm so sorry. And breaks down in just tears. And like just drops to the ground. Doesn't reach out to touch or anything. Just absolutely broken.
Have you seen your family yet?
We haven't made it to. We haven't gone to town yet.
Let's get you done first. We'll talk later.
I'm so sorry.
Helps them up.
Can't look at you. And sort of just arms down by his side. Follows.
Hi. So, nice to meet you all. I'm Petunia.
At this point, you probably all recognise from the painting.
We should probably head back to town. It's clearly not that safe in these woods anymore.
Zero like takes off her glasses for a minute, and it's like an internal.
wow moment. Like, there's 2 of them now and they're fucking adorable.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Hugle looks like a scolded child, right? You know, just that.
And I will say, as you see her now, she's got that flower crown on. It's adorable. And you can tell that she's still pretty young, but she looks aged. Like there's been some rough years there. And you'll probably notice this. She still has a ring on her finger.
What did you roll, Skye?
I rolled an 18. So
Yeah,
it's
you
like
keep it together.
It's like a wow. And she goes. Either way.
Carry on. And with unexpected reunion in the Pottswood, the party makes their way to Potts Hollow, and that's where we get in this episode, and we'll come back for the next one. Welcome!
Emotional damage!
Emotional damage! That was fun. That was so good. I like that.
Yes, fun.
Yeah, but that was awesome.
Majority rules. If the majority is having fun, then we are
I'm
having
gonna say,
fun.
when I made the sad backstory, I didn't think we'd have a player.
I can't be trusted. But we'll discover more in the next one, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Deuces!
Bye!